Anyway.
So,
Has everybody read the little blurb that I have posted in the chat?
No.
How would I read? That's cringe.
Detailing everything that happened in that session, including but not limited to the fact that the agents, which are you guys, chased after the Inquisition acolyte known as Matthias, hunted him down, caught him, interrogated him slightly, and then investigated a shipping container which was lying left open, which seems to at one point have contained a life support systems which would support an amount of servitors as well as a cryogenic container. You then lost Matthias to hell by him being terribly murdered by a gene stealer and also a member of your party. The gene stealer was able to escape, and we had what's the word I'm thinking of? A small combat with a number of gene stealer acolytes, all of which have now been slain, with the exception of the sole individual known as Barabbas. I believe you named him, Joe.
Yes, Barabbas.
We also had Kryza escape down a maintenance hatch, which slid her deep into the depths of the station, directly into the actual asteroid that the station is mined out of. And there she encountered a small hive, I would probably describe it as, of Xenos, the sanctioned Xenos, who dwell upon this station. And then Glaive, swiftly after the combat was over, went after her. So, who would like to go first in this session? We've got two party groups right now, Kryza and Glaive. Or
Let them go first.
you want to go first while you're fucking eating? Okay. We all sit over the.
Was I?
Oh, sorry, who's going to go first?
Us.
The golden. Good.
The golden instead of the grimy. That sounds about right. Instead, there is also one fucking grimy with them, so it's. This is getting interesting the way you guys have divided this up. Fucking class warfare. It's interesting.
I'm not grimy, by the way. I'm gory.
Yeah.
But I most certainly am grimy.
That's very fucking true. So, you now sit with the body of Matthias, as well as this individual known as Barabbas, who seems to be staring with rapturous glee at the vent which this creature has escaped through.
Well, this thing's obviously insane. Someone please, before I do, dispatch this creature.
Believes it was suggested we bring him to the Baron. Is that right?
Do you want to be responsible for that?
I quite honestly do not care. This man lives, dies.
Rightly so, Angelic One. How about yourself, sister?
We take it back to the Ecclesiarchy, where you will face his punishment.
Right, okay. You want to bring him back?
Interrogate him a bit more. It's fine.
What? He is not even. He is barely paying attention to you. He is giggling in some form of revelry.
Would you two mind beginning the journey? I'll catch up with you.
Sure.
Okay, take care of you.
Fine. Come along, sister. We have a wretch to escort.
Wonderful. You begin escorting this wretch back up through the station. It is a fairly long journey, but you can make it. Whilst Odysseus is left to his own devices.
Yeah. Few minutes.
Okay.
Can I find the body of Matthias?
Yes, I imagine you have it next to you.
Excellent. Make sure there's no one watching. Make sure there are no security cameras.
Oh, you fucker. Din-dins.
Happy that I am secluded. I am going to draw the Astartes combat knife.
Okay.
I am going to make a long incision across his skull.
Please give me a Medicaid check.
Okay. Ooh! First roll then, Katie.
And
Oh, glory.
already one.
Three success.
Right, wonderful.
3 icons.
Congratulations.
Very much.
Yep, you cut
Oh.
all the way around his head
Mhm.
in the perfect way that you desire.
Just
Stop trying over my fucking one.
one cut.
Mhm.
Crack the skin. Crack the skull open. And I'm going to pull out bits of brain. And
As you begin to eat his brain.
for the purposes of triggering the omophagia.
Okay. Can you give me a investigation, please?
Absolutely.
Or any other skill that you would believe would be effective. And another fucking glory.
Hey. 4 icons.
Oh.
2 glory.
And y'all call me the mutant scum. Jesus Christ.
Would you
I
like
am using organ that has been gifted to me by the Emperor himself. It is unnatural.
the omophagia you can feel the omophagia begin to dilate and trickle through your senses at the back of your brainstem as it begins to vibrate, picking the proteins of this brain apart as it passes through your gullet.
That's fine. I imagine it just like the fucking Mass Effect 1 scene, Shepard, looking up and just getting flashes of images in his mind.
Never fucking seen it, but that's fine. Would you like to
It's fine.
would you like to shift that icon?
For more information, I would love to.
Okay. You see his last moments. He is in incredible pain, clutching at his neck. He sees a creature above him. Not just above him, but above Glaive. He reaches out in panic, grabbing Glaive, who spins around and cuts his hand off. Darkness falls. But he sees the creature recoil in horror and skirt away into the ceiling. Time begins to rewind. You feel time begins to rewind, and you see him like frustratedly picking up his gun and spinning it around and holstering it into his side. He turns round and a blow strikes his side and into his neck as fangs begin to bite down, and he feels something becoming injected into the very tissue of his neck. The creature releases, spits something at his neck, pulls back, revealing its form, purple, chitonish, four-armed abomination. And you feel recognition in that moment. You know what this thing is, and it is a gene stealer.
Is it a gene stealer of any certain rank that I'm able to discern, or gene stealer is the only word that comes to mind?
That is what he knows. If you would like to gain any more
okay.
information, then that is going to be a scholar check.
Cool, that's fine. That's 3 icons. And complication.
3 icons and a complication. Interesting. I can think of no interesting complication that can be gleaned from this because you are simply storing
I
information.
can.
What complication would you like to think? Can you think of, Sean?
Hey Joe,
Yes.
how potent would the venom of a gene stealer be?
Incredibly.
Yeah, I think I'd take some fucking shock damage or maybe a wound from this, Nathan.
I
it's fair.
think that as you're like chewing onto into the brain matter of this inquisitorial acolyte, you can feel that it's been tampered with. You can tell that it is not just human DNA anymore in here. It is infested now.
Because the main attribute isn't toxic, it's mutagenic.
Yep.
Sean,
Yeah.
Can you give me a
Toughness?
Sorry?
Toughness check?
Yeah, toughness check. I think that would be good. Yeah.
Cool. Toughness roll. That is 5 icons.
5 icons and oh, yeah, you're totally fine. That's going to be. That's now. We're up to what? 3 glory now.
Boys, fucking hell. Yeah, I just like double over, clutch my throat for a second, cough up little bits of it, and after a few minutes of sputtering, I bet you recover my senses.
And that is going to basically you are familiar with the way that a gene stealer operates. Like that, it infests a planet, and over time, through the generations, it becomes more dilute until eventually a pure strain gene stealer is sprung from the loins of one of the faithful.
And these would be used to infest society at the very highest levels.
Yes.
Highest, lowest, all the way in between. Good
Yes.
to know. But, and with that, I'm just going to place it on
The creature the creature that thing had that attacked him.
Mhm.
That is the most vile kind. Somewhere between a patriarch and a normal gene stealer, it is incredibly dangerous, whatever it is.
Interesting. Okay. I'll just place my hand on Matthias' cheek, say, you have served the problem last time. Ow. Do I know of anywhere that would actually be able to dispose of a body via corpse starch recycling? No, bad, no!
We're him down the chute.
This section, you know from your explorations that this section of the actual lower quarter, like this far down, it is functionally abandoned. Like there are no cornstarch refineries or anything nearby. However, it will take you some dragging to get him anywhere. However, this kind of area, the dead don't stay still for long. They are quickly recycled.
That's fine. I'm going to leave him in the open. All of his, inquisitorial bullshit has been taken away, so I'm just going to place his hands on his chest,
Okay.
and I'm going to walk away.
No,
I don't have the other two.
just to clarify, who has all of his stuff? Before we continue.
I have his Vox.
You have his Vox caster. You have his Hotshot Las pistol. Who has his Inquisitor?
I have his Vox.
Oh,
Yeah.
because
Remember the spaceman
Oh,
gave it to
right.
me so I could track it back, and then I jumped down the chute.
yes,
That's
Yeah, to find out who he was calling.
Yep.
Who has his lockpicks? Was it me or was it
I
someone else?
believe you have his lockpicks because I don't think you ever give them back to him.
Yeah.
No, I did. I dropped them, and then as he bent over, he picked them up. I launched his gun.
Oh, you're
that.
there we go. I imagine that you picked them up off of his body
All right.
because you looted him of everything else. And last but not least, who has his inquisitorial symbol?
Rosette?
Angel right there.
Yes,
Yep. I
Angel
think
has
when
that.
I was rooting through him, I picked up the Rosette.
You can also give me a scholar as well for that.
Of course. Yep. That's all right. Scholar. Skills. Scholar. That's 4, 5.
Fuck
icons.
me. You're. Why are you so smart?
Blood Raven. Literally,
That's
Blood Raven.
yeah. Actually, hey, you know what? You can tell that this inquisitorial rosette is not gilded in gold in the same way that an actual inquisitor's rosette is. This is of a lesser quality, imbued with fewer runes, and therefore carrying less authority. Any member of an administratum or a noble individual would be able to recognize this not as an inquisitor's rosette, but as an acolyte's rosette.
Okay. Would I be able to know, based on that roll?
Mm-hmm.
Because Sean knows, but would Odysseus know that?
Would you like to
rosette
shift
usually-
that? gain
If
more
I could shift
information?
one of those to gain more information. Because I know, Sean knows, that certain rosettes, a lot of them in fact, do contain encoded information regarding the owner, the Ordos, stuff like that. Some of them do.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to know that?
Judging by the wear and essentially the make of this rosette, you are assuming that this carries no actual tech within it.
Yep.
This thing will
Okay,
not be
it's
able
just
to be
simple.
used to unlock electronic locks. It contains no bio encodes or anything of the sort. It is merely a symbol.
Absolutely fine. Cool. That's great.
GM, can I ask one question?
Of course you can, Glaive.
What is the value of lockpicks, as there is no such thing?
There are no such thing as lockpicks?
Nope. Not in the rule book at all.
Huh.
No multi-key or anything, nothing. Oh, it might be a multi-key, but nothing classed as a lockpick. Hold on.
You can just have it like subtract 1 from a difficulty or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say that. I would say that you can do that.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that lockpicks aren't a thing.
Oh, most of the actions are you kick the door down.
That is
Yeah,
true,
I
yes.
Get you away.
Yeah, something's just like the fucking cracks, kind of get everything.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there are only boots.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, let's be honest, how often do you see Space Marines lockpicking doors?
that is true.
Dark angels, maybe?
Yeah, well, they're more used to locking doors, like all of the doors.
Oh.
But that's true.
Fair
yeah.
enough.
That's it. But I'm good. That's me. That's all I wanted to do.
So, since you have the Inquisitorial Rosette, that technically counts as a symbol of authority. Though people aren't going to believe that that is yours.
Cool. That's fine with me.
I'm amazed that there's not a multi-key or anything. That
There's
is.
a multi-tool. Well, not multi-tool.
Let's
Uh,
let's just say
what
it
would you
counts as.
say?
I'm just going to say it counts as a multi-tool or a combi tool. Ubiquitous among the Adeptus Mechanicus, these versatile devices are the right tool for virtually every technical job. I'm going to say that you ignore difficulty penalties to open any form of locked container or door. So that is a value of 3. I think that's fine. I think we can fuck with that. Okay. I think we can swap back to Chrysa and Glaive first before we go into the realpolitik. Glaive, you slide down this chute for a long, long time before finally landing in this water. Can you please make me a... Excuse me, when I fucking... Come on. I find the fucking specific word for it. Can you please make me a toughness check, please?
Toughness?
Yes. What do you roll?
2.
You roll 2. Okay. You land in this water, and you... You roll 2? Oof.
Oh, yeah, as well as
Roll me a d6.
Oh, alright, cool. That way was rolling from a thingy objective, because I forgot.
Oh. Wonderful. So, you begin, and another d6 as well, please, for your actual roll. Oh, is that your one? Okay. You take 1 point of shock damage.
I take 1 shot.
You take 1 shock. As
Fair enough.
you
So
raise...
Am I taking the 6 as my objective?
Well, since you said that you rolled your 1 for the objective, I'm going to say that you rolled a fucking 6, so you're taking 6 points of shock then, buddy.
6 points of shock.
Oh my.
Would you like to spend a wrath to re-roll that?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, re-roll that, please.
Is anybody's thingy going slow?
It does that sometimes.
It
Roll
could just be roll
20s.
20,
Roll
yeah.
20 is a little bit fucky.
Could be
Thank
roll
you,
20
Evangeline.
service just.
Yeah.
Three.
So you're going to take 3 points of shock as you just land in this water and you feel it start to sap your strength. Whatever's in this water, it's not good. And you
How do you okay there, Grave?
I'll find out in a minute. Nathan, I
Mhm.
was wanting to roll determination, as you said you can do it out of combat.
You certainly can. However, have you taken any actual damage?
Yes, I have 3 wounds pertaining, remember?
Okay, so you've got 3 actual physical wounds. Okay, please roll
Mm.
determination.
I will when it eventually, lets me go into my combat sheet. Give me a second.
I know.
Do you want to say out of combat you can just suck up the damage as shock? Because otherwise you can just keep rolling.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. We'll just say that you can do that. That
Okay,
speeds
okay,
up.
So it's
second
out
action.
out of combat.
That is a very good point, Paul. That's a very good point. I'm very happy with that.
For
Makes-
my
makes no
right, cool.
Mm.
So, my next action would be to use one of the 3 stun doses I have.
One of the 3 stun what?
Stun doses.
Stem doses. Okay.
So
Yes.
I slash roll
1d3.
1d3 plus 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wonderful. So you regain that much.
So Chrysler turns around, hears Glaive crash into the water, go, oh, just fucking eject himself. Like,
So I pick up 6.
that actually seems about right for you, Glaive.
So
That's the wrong accent.
wounds are back up. I took 3 damage. I added 3 damage. I transposed the 3 wounds to shock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back on even terms.
You're back up to full.
There you
Can
I'm down one stem.
can you give me a medicine, please?
Medicine, yes. What in the actual fuckery is going on? Swear to Christ.
How so? What's up?
Is it just being slow?
You're asking me 20,000 things to do, and I really don't want to do one.
I apologize. Medicine is under skills. If you
Yeah,
reload the
I know,
page,
I know.
if you reload the page, it might help.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, it could just be roll 20.
Da 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 da. Da, da,
This
da,
makes me want to scream. In general, and of course, looking at you, Peg.
That's the wrong one. There we are.
We'll be back after these messages.
Are you tired of blood farting? Do you have hemorrhoids the size of grapes? Well, tune in for Anusol. Anusol. No longer a pain in the ass.
Are you tired of standing up and still having your ass in the toilet? Oh. So that's 4 successes and 1 wrath. I'm going to say that as you attempt to fight, you're looking
in a wrath.
Oh, sorry,
How do
ruin.
you get a wrath?
Oh, he gains
I gain
different
ruin.
one. A ruin.
But that's when I roll it, not when you roll it. So I can either have it that I gain a ruin, or I can have it that you have a
Succeed,
complication.
but
You
Land on
succeed.
the frog. Fuck it, do it.
You succeed, but
Land on the frog.
I fling the cartridge away and
no. I'm going to say that
You take out your plastic six pack holder of beer and you start throwing it at them.
I'm gonna say that the actual administration of this stim to yourself and the diagnosing of what the fuck caused you to just suffer all that shock is going to cause you to suffer another shock. The
You just
pain,
want to shock me, don't you?
yes, the pain will continue until morale improves. So what is happening to you right now, you come to realize as you're like, what the fuck? You're looking around at this water that is around you. It is up to maybe mid-calf. And you realize that it is full of heavy metals and other toxins.
Yummy.
And it is, you think, if you stay in here long term, this is going to be incredibly, incredibly detrimental to your health.
Are you sure you're all right there, Grave? The accent.
I know it's tough, isn't it?
Are you feeling alright?
What do you mean? Is something wrong? I'm just standing in it, just like las gun pointed down.
There's fucking toxic shit in the water everywhere.
Oh, I'm sure I'm more toxic than that.
How about the cock Harry?
Sure. I like sling my las gun.
If I remember correctly, you are immune to poisons, yes, Kaiser?
Poisons, disease. I believe we agreed radiation as well.
Yes.
Just because I took the thing that's so detrimental to me.
Fucking 10 out of 10. So that means that, you're getting a piggyback, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. You're getting a piggyback. So, just to recount the scene from last time, we were sitting with a small Xenos who seems to have some form of prosthetic leg, frog-like, of course, who identified itself as Suleiman. You are in a large chamber, which is essentially a cave, which is at the very, very bottom of this structure. It looks like it's been hollowed out over time. There are almost like mud huts, which are like formed into some kind of warren that these creatures seem to be living in. There is technology here, more of it on the far side of this large encampment that you can see now, and you can also see that there are like little pools, almost like onsen, like Japanese onsen, that some of these frogs are like sitting in. As well as in the far distance, you see an actual structure.
All of it's Xeno in origin. None of it looks Imperial made.
It is a mishmash, is how I would describe it. There are pylons which seem to be of Xeno origin, with this strange, like almost bluish metal, but the actual metallic structure on the other side, that looks like almost like a common hab building that would be set up on a front line, like like a forward operational base.
Yeah, it's like a hab block. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little hab block. Not very large. We're talking like a single dwelling.
Well then, Salina, can we get on with my tour?
Or
These are called Umari.
I don't know, they're frogs.
Oh, I'm saying like I think I knew. Are they called Umari or Umaru or
Oh.
no? I'm sure you called them something, Nathan.
I've just called them Xenos.
All right.
I've not given them a name because they don't deserve one. This frog turns around and starts like limping. It's almost like this leg is like too long for it. Towards the this metallic structure, this hab block, and as you walk past, you see there's quite a lot of these frogs walking about. Almost like not one is indeterminate as like identifiable from another. But you see in these onsen as you walk past, you see that there's a couple of them that are sitting in these like pods, are in these like almost like baths, like giant craters onsen, and they are massively rotund. They're rotund to they're so large that the skin around their belly has actually become translucent because it's stretched so much, and inside you can see something fucking wriggle as you go past.
Are you enjoying the view from there, Grave?
Why are you wanting a tour exactly?
It's better than shooting them all.
Yeah, I agree. I hate picking these things out of my blades.
Right. I mean,
I have a questions for you, Kaiser.
yes.
Don't know if you heard when we were up the stairs. The fellow who's dead, Rick.
Aye.
He basically was telling us that container that the servitors came from came from like an alien ship or something.
Wait, what? Oh, I
Yeah.
think I was there for that, yes.
You said you found Xenos blood outside.
Purple, I believe.
Purple.
Green specifically.
Green.
Green.
I wonder if these green frogs bleed green. Maybe they might know exactly what's going on with their death
No.
servitors.
I think they bleed blue.
If you recall back from when you actually saw one murdered, it did also bleed green.
Oh, well, there you go. They did bleed green.
think
be
a little
damaged.
friends here might have had a run-in with a couple of servitors.
True. Well, we can always ask, I suppose. It's the worst that can happen.
Yep. Might be an old branch.
Maybe. Well, it's above my pay grade. We get the sisters and the angels for that.
Now, by the time they get down here, it's not going to be any olive branches.
True. I don't know if they could fit anyway with all that armor.
Hmm.
Who was it you fought up there, by the way? I thought it was the Inquisition coming to get their boy back, so I fucking left.
No, it was a couple of weird-looking ones. The dandy said they were a bunch of gene stealers.
Eh? Why'd they... fucking...
You know, had cracks in the forehead and long tongues.
I know the... Yes, I know the ones. I know the ones. Well, that's his problem, not ours.
Hmm.
I'm
He
sure,
also said that he was looking for the container. Prick shot me, but last I saw, one of the sisters blew his hand off.
Well, that's not too bad then. Zeph can deal with it. I'm sure he's got plenty to do. Family matters, know that.
You talking about the family as in the gang?
Mm-hmm.
Right, gotcha.
They're not, Yeah, best not to get involved with them.
Yeah. Oh, that was one more thing. The big fella, he said that the grandfather's back.
Well, that's very not good.
So, apply that to the family. Sounds like the Don's here.
That's very not good.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Especially with the container and everything going, and the Baron wanting it.
I'm sure the angel will deal with it. I'm much happier with these frogs.
Yeah, me both. What the hell is that? And I'm pointing to the giant structure in the middle.
Imagine you like sitting on her shoulders, like.
That he, as you ask that, the creature that has identified itself as Suleiman looks up at you and just goes, processing.
Oh,
Christ,
What
I
are you-
understand this.
what are you processing?
It points to itself.
Yourselves?
It nods.
By
You
eating
don't eat each other,
themselves?
do you?
Wait, what'd you say, Kaiser?
You don't eat each other, do you?
It points to it stops for a second and it points to one of these large pylons, which
Oh.
seem to have like bowls on the outside of them, 3 bowls, which contain some form of green gooish mass. Every once in a while, you see one of these aliens walk up to it, scoop its hands into it, and fucking.
Even I wouldn't eat that. I eat fucking anything.
The walk eventually does take you to this hab. It looks like it was constructed here from like subsidiary panels, which could have been dragged here, maybe from the warrens of tunnels which extend out of this room. And the creature walks up to the door and knocks on it. After a length of time, the door hisses open as if the inside was pressurized, and you see step out a incredibly stout individual, which betrays and wears the red robes of a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
By the Emperor, it's a squat.
He is unusually stout and short, unusual for the typically lithe and lanky population of tech priests.
Squat in years.
He also possesses a large rubber gas mask surgically attached to his face, and with his stout appearance, looks almost as frog-like as the cretins who pedal around him.
Well, hello there. Going Scottish.
First time I've seen a tiny tech priest.
Got
the ground's still heavy metal water, isn't it, Nathan?
yes, the ground is still very much heavy metal
Just
water,
look up
but
at
there is a small series of steps which lead up to this hab, which keeps it out of the water clearance.
Greetings. It is unusual to see humans
Here.
I suppose you're close enough, yes.
Questioning.
Go on.
Why are you here?
I fell down a vent.
Command, identify themselves.
I'm Corporal Kreiser. This is the Emperor's 102nd Auxiliary Battalion.
Glaive, bloodletter, mercenary, assassin, Emperor's instrument.
As you both identify yourselves, you see another individual, much taller but also very stooped, appear behind him. This individual has a kind of like flat cap, almost like a tonsure, but it's just like pressed down against his head, which seems to be made of leather, which holds a variety of like magnifying glasses, and which he uses to like magnify his one good eye. He looks and goes, "The Emperor's 100 and excuse me."
57.
The Emperor's 127. Ah, a mutant auxiliary corps.
Exactly.
Oh,
You haven't done any rattlings down here, have you?
no, we have not had visitors for a very
good.
long time.
They've
Tabled.
behaving themselves.
He like fucking pats the mechanicus on the head. Tabled, we must have them for dinner. Please. You just see the fucking the mechanicus just kind of freeze. He goes, "Oh, don't mind him, please. Come in."
Okay, I'll put them down a free meal. Great.
Kreiser, the little frog said, what are humans doing down here? Is he fucking human?
Insult. I am more human than you are.
He's probably right about that. He's
Why is
definitely
the
more
fan
human
than
than
that?
me.
You can't tell if he's smiling or not.
You also can't tell if this guy's smiling or not, but he stands aside and opens the door and like extends his arm very mechanically and allows you
Might
entry.
wave off my shoulders. Get into the house. I'm tired of carrying your fucking ass.
Right. You might as well ride there with the others because they sent me in after you.
Oh, that's true. I fucking calms the space burn.
Okay, comes
Do
the
you
space.
say that aloud?
No, I don't say it loud. That's what I do. I just put the comms up. Go, brother Danger.
Corporal.
We have found. I didn't dream it. We have found. I can't German.
They have found them. They are in the roof. They are in the roof.
The Zeus have been discovered.
They're in the closet of the asteroid!
Yeah, in the enemy camp.
This accent depends on.
It's a difficult accent, buddy.
Sorry, Paul. Sorry, take your time.
We have discovered Imperial encampment, tech priest, and the researcher. We will not be needing assistance as yet. It appears all is in order down here.
Good to hear. Would you mind relaying what is the name of the tech priest you've encountered? Does he have a designation?
Sorry, you have a designation, Master Tech Priest.
Oh, how rude of us. This is tabled 9-4, and I am known as Processium Dias of the Departmental Processium.
I just let that go through the Vox.
Okay.
I assume you heard them.
For those of you who are familiar with Inquisition workings, Processor Dias is part of the Administratum. He is specifically part of the Departmental Processium, which you guys know is dedicated to fucking dealing with paperwork.
This man is the ultimate pencil pusher.
This man is the ultimate pencil pusher, which is very obvious due to the fact that an entire wall of this hab is dedicated to scrolls and a small, tiny little desk, which is propped up against the wall with a quill on it.
It
Glaive
sounds
said
like...
I should let you know. In time, I shall see if I can track back this device that we have, and I shall let you know more information then.
Excellent.
Apart from that, I don't think you'll be able to contact me because I'm probably more than a kilometer away, but I'll contact you.
Good to hear. If you do need help feel free. We are escorting a prisoner that we acquired in the previous battle to the Baron. Your
Oh, Zeth's not going to be happy about that one.
Oh,
Can
no.
I hang up?
It's like every time something happens, he just like the camera like it just zooms in on the camera just zooms in on Decius's face, and he's just turning slowly, looking at Zeph, and his face just darkens. This has happened like 5 times now.
Every time he gets closer, and then it's like, but then he just gets cut off, and he's like, the eye twitches.
I swear to God.
Fixes the skin to make it look normal.
Yeah, just pushes it back down. It's like, I'll get him next time.
Wee tendril pops up and wipes his eyelid and pops back in.
Blinks vertically. Don't worry about it.
Blinks vertically. He's actually got 6 eyes. Don't fucking worry.
My eyes are up here and here and here.
You see Tabled move over to a small, like kind of like kitchen corner, and begin to like go down into a cupboard and take out small cubes, which he very neatly and perfectly places onto plates. 3 of
I
them.
assume you are studying the frogs down here.
Oh, studying? No, that is not my area of expertise. We catalogue them and sanction them.
Oh, excellent. Is this? Well, I assume this is where they all come from. Then it's found all done here.
Indeed, the creatures are too stupid to mate themselves. They need assistance.
You said you're sanctioning them. You're giving them purpose, jobs.
Indeed, we send them upstairs. The slave labor is much more amenable to heavy metal toxicity than your average human. Too crude work for us, of course.
I'm sure you've seen them around Grave.
Yes, but I noticed what you mean is with the water.
Indeed,
Sure it's toxic?
Hmm?
Are you sure it's toxic?
Oh, very much so. It's caused me quite terrible skin irritation. That's why I mostly stay in here. I take it you, as one of the mutant auxiliary, I take it you have resistances to things such as that.
Meh.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I don't know.
I literally have skills as well.
Yeah.
It's like, I have a few mutations. Yeah. In my time serving the Emperor, I gained them.
I see, but what brings you down here now?
I fell down a vent.
Yeah, but no one just falls down a vent down this far.
Well,
God, I hate this.
And I was the lucky one that was sent down to get him.
There's the rumblings going on upstairs. The family's making some moves. People aren't too happy. You know, gang stuff. So stay clear of it when we can. Unfortunately, it seems like we were running into some, so I decided to clear it up.
That being said, have you encountered any rumblings? You seen any weird servitors hanging about? There's a bunch of them in the rogue.
Can you give me a cunning, please?
Cunning? Oof.
Cunning.
Can I assist him?
Very much so.
I would definitely need the assist because Glaive is
can I
playing
use
as he is dumb.
Yes, hit me with it. Come on.
That's okay.
None.
Okay. Well, I got-
Fucking. Yes, boys.
What? 5. So you got 5
Glaive is
successes.
playing as he is dumb.
Got 5 successes.
Yeah. You still get 5 because I assisted, so it's all good.
I don't know anything about that. But you can see in the background, fucking Table has just dropped one of these plates onto the ground and it's made this awful metallic clattering noise as he very swiftly stoops to pick it back up again.
It's funny because we found some green blood up the stairs right next to the container where we believe the servitors came from.
Oh, green. Well, once they're sanctioned, they can go. These Xenos travel up through the station. So, perhaps if they encountered some terrible things up there, then that might have happened to them.
Did they tell you? Or do you have any
Oh,
records of one
they
missing?
well, they don't. They're not very talkative. It's like that, and then Table just pipes up and says, their communication skills are inebriated by the fact that their brains are small.
Are you sanctioning them? Do you also keep track of where they are sent to be servants?
Oh, very much so. And he
So, if say they're dogging Bay C-74, you would know which ones had been there, correct?
Indeed, that is true.
Could you share of that information so we could report back to you which funds have gone missing, so you could send more replacements?
Well,
Also, any more that have gone missing.
It wouldn't
within
do
the
it to
past
leave
3
the
days.
station understaffed.
well, can you give with that cunning? I think that is going to be. Yeah, that's just going to work. He goes, well, to be honest, once they leave here, we just get requests every once in a while from up top. We don't keep track of mortality or anything. These things have a very short shelf life.
I wonder what the request was to send them there then. It's most disconcerting. Somebody would be sent after a suspicious container to send slaves. It's not, just not done.
That you mentioned a container. Can I ask what you're referring to?
Yes, there was a container that had what looks like the mechanisms of hosting these, what I would call deranged, but otherwise murder-capable servitors. And it appears to have snagged one of your frogs.
Whether or not the frog was there when it was let out, or something along those lines, it is very disconcerting.
No,
I understand.
Imagine if there was an Imperial citizen.
Oh, that does not bear thinking about.
Imagine the amount of laws and regulations that have been broken by allowing a slave into that area.
Now see here. Now, these Xenos these Xenos do not have the
paperwork.
These Xenos do not have the mental capacity in order to rebel. The Table does seen to that, and Table just like profusely nods as
What do you mean he's seen to that?
I am a janitor.
I'm sorry. I'm a mutant. And he is a servant to the Emperor.
I've encountered a couple of janitors that clean up after the mess.
Oh, have you?
Fuck you. That's a good joke.
Can I get a wrap for that? Can I get a wrap for that?
I genuinely think I'll give you a rat for that because that was a good joke.
Second, fucking goddamn it.
Fuck it. I edit their base biological material.
Oh, so somebody could control them?
They are not proficient enough to be able to rebel against humanity.
If you choose it to be so.
What?
And they seem
Query.
to be proficient. The one I was talking to almost really actually threatened to shoot me. And you're saying they're not proficient enough? Something is adding up here quite right. So either you start talking, I take this glass and I use it to scoop out your eyes.
That is going to be a fucking intimidation, please.
I would like to assist them and say something along the lines of heretics can take many forms.
Did I also get my quest there to explain how a common object has an alternative use?
Yes, that is true. You have been able to explain how a common object has an alternative use.
Okay.
I'm adding to you.
Okay, intimidation.
Oh.
That is 3, 5, 7.
You just see him like it's fucking.
Would I succeed if I shifted one of those to get more information?
1, 2, 3. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, you would have. You would have, yes.
I'd like to do that then, instead of keeping it as a glory.
You just see fucking what's his name? You just see Dias kind of just like, but Table puts the food down in front of you and turns, And he goes, their genetic makeup is designed to prevent them from rebelling.
If an arguments you have been giving them.
Biological changes. It prevents them. It slows their mind. And if they do harbour processes of rebellion, chemical agents are released within their body. It kills them.
Had a metallic leg.
It nods. That is my favourite.
Oh, so it's not only biological implants, as you just said to me.
I am a member of the Mechanicus. I am able to upgrade.
You're also able to lie, which is what you just did.
We are simply servants of the Baron. We do as he commands.
And so why did one threaten to shoot me?
Which one threatened to shoot you?
I smile. Oh, your favourite one. Does it not have the same biological implant to stop it from hurting humans? From hurting the Imperium?
You see him stiffen up and say, "Excuse me," and as he begins to step outside.
Glaive? Could you keep an eye just...
Right.
You step outside. Do you step outside as well?
Is he stepping outside the building?
He is stepping outside the building, yes.
Do I, don't I, do I, don't I? Is there... I don't know. How close is the nearest mud hut?
Oh, that's like, they're like built all around.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to try and scamper around on the mud huts.
Okay. Give me a stealth. You will see that he does not go far. He is essentially like getting like just outside and doing some calls.
2, 5, 6.
6 successes. Okay, you stealth up onto one of these walls and you get a perfect view of what Table does. He essentially summons...
Comic glaive. I want a comic glaive so we can relate to me what's happening.
He summons this Xenos with a call, and the individual known as Suleiman approaches him, and it does not last long.
I think this lad's telling the truth. He's expired his favourite frog.
Very, very, very quickly and very efficiently.
Straight up just Will Smithed him in front of all the other frogs.
It's more like he just fucking got a fist and just went Interesting.
Thank you, Blake.
As
I'm going to dive back in, so I'm there when he returns.
Yeah. as these people Tabled leaves, you see as Tabled leaves, you see Dias lean in and goes, I would ask that you don't pry too hard.
Why is that?
Because of we were asked to do this by
the Baron?
2 men came down here once. They were looking for additional labour. I take it this is about the container that went missing?
Mm-hmm.
They required that we sanctify some Xenos to assist them in transporting it.
These men, they from Tirana?
Oh, no, very much not. No, I believe they were some kind of rogue traders.
Oh.
Did they show you any pendants? Any seals of rogue traders or something?
You're currently not there.
Oh no, alright.
But you are in comm, and so you can relay that information. I thought they were rogue traders at first. They showed me a symbol, but it wasn't one of a rogue trader.
Was it CI?
You see him tense up in fear.
I nod knowing like, I understand. I do wish to have nothing more to do with this than that.
Christ, I've got a question for this guy. He says the frogs aren't screwing properly. Why is he trying to get them in out? Remember, this is through the cut box.
That's very true.
But she stops mid-sentence and goes,
Jesus
Interacting with-
Christ.
However, as you know, it has gone further than as was expected. I didn't wish to bring you and your friend down here any harm, but we must know what's going on, or else the whole station could be in peril.
I see. I hope that you. I take it that you are. Why are you asking these questions? If you don't mind.
Has higher dust interest.
Oh. Okay.
Has shipment going missing? Some other odd tendencies at the station is drawing eyes, if you understand. I mean, which is bad for most of us.
I can understand that more than most. I think.
So the less disruptions the station experiences, the less scrutiny it's the Baron. Everybody else is under.
Mm-hmm.
If you can be of any assistance, it'd be great. Of course. We never had any of these conversations, and I was never done.
You're very kind. Let me give you Voxcaster encoding, just in case we can give you any more help in the future.
That would be extremely kind.
And he fucking
Right.
jots that down.
I've one more proper question for this guy.
Oh, look, it's tabled and Glaive? Okay. I imagine you've walked back in by now, because tabled would have walked back in by now.
You can just ask him then.
Yeah, you can totally just ask him.
Yeah, I would like to enter into a comic fashion, quoting from District 9, screaming at the little frog, I'm trying to be fucking nice to you, man. Because he wouldn't give me a co-carry back in. I had to, like, upscotch back.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have even fucking known you were there, because you snuck out.
How the fuck did we get out of here?
There are some turbo lifts back up that way. They take you to the outskirts, but it's still a long walk.
Are they operational?
Oh yes, tabled tabled services them.
Which ones did your friends use?
Oh, they go every which way. We just have them report where they go.
Not, I don't mean your friends. I mean your two friends.
Through the turbo lifts. There's only
Right.
one set.
We understand. Thank you.
If you'd like to take your meal for the road,
I would. Thank you very much. You have been most kind to us.
he
I'm sorry
you have.
we came with such dire circumstances.
and
You have been an invaluable assistance to both us and to the Emperor.
and he touches his eye, that the only one he has left, as you say this, and fucking looks at the glass that you're holding.
Emperor, protect you, friend.
Someone has to.
I make the sound of the Aquila.
He would also make the sound of the quill if you do that. As would Tabled.
Tybalt, what was his name again? Sorry, Nathan?
Tabled and
Fucking Xeno. Fucking Xeno making a sound.
that would be Genitor Tabled 9/4 and Processor Dias.
Dias. Just so
Dias. I will
Yep.
type those in the chat.
I got them down on my sheet. Talk.
I will type them in the chat anyway, just for anybody else.
Okay. Vilgrave, we have overstayed our work. Hopefully these two
They behave.
never have need to hear from us again.
Oh, good day to you.
And you too. Thank you for the meal. I'll be taking a cup of this water with me just to taste.
It is. It looks to be like clean. It's substantially cleaner. I'll say that.
I fill my canteen with it.
Wonderful.
Screw on it. There you go.
Excellent.
Quite nice.
Table says thank you.
And you too.
If you ever need anything from the Ministorum, any lawyer reading, you know how to get into contact with us.
Yes, I have your Vox signal now. I take it, and I will. If I have any,
Which is just as good.
if we have any issues, we will give you a call, I suppose,
Do so with all haste.
or the Baron,
We
whichever
shall
happens
rush to
first.
detect.
Okay.
Anybody else other than our friends come down and give you trouble, be sure to hit that button and give us a call.
Okay, we will. We will.
And
See,
detect. And I leave.
Emperor protects.
I put the cup down.
Okay.
As we were walking out, I'm basically saying to Kreiser, it's like, he might be the first point of contact if anybody else is still searching down here, right?
This is true. We also know it was the Inquisition looking for.
That doesn't concern me, it's more the others.
It does me. But didn't we just talk to an Inquisitor who was also looking for the people who stole it? And if the people who stole it were Inquisition, then that's very bad.
We didn't talk to an Inquisitor. Talked to some prick that thought he was an Inquisitor.
He had the rosette, didn't he? You said he had the rosette.
Yeah, after he died,
They
to
don't
buy
just
something that
give,
wasn't me.
They don't just give those out.
Yes. And I don't give these out either, and I'll show you the pistol.
That's true. They don't. But if he was part of an inquisitorial team, perhaps not an inquisitor, it was searching for the crate because it had gone missing, and we now know that 2 people came here to hire slave Xenos to help them steal the crate, and were probably Inquisition. And that means this is Inquisition or Inquisition violence, and I don't want any fucking part of that.
No, right on it to be getting indoctrinated by the Inquisition.
I feel like it would be a step below you.
Step below me.
Okay. So as you move your way back up to the turbolift, and it zooms you up to the fucking more civilized areas of the.
I vox a spaceman again when I'm in the turbo lift.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Spaceman, I've forgotten your name, but it's fine. I can't call you by it anyway. I have dire news. I have received information from the tech priest that sanctions the Xenos upon the station that they were set upon by 2 rogue trader peoples to order them to sanction some Xenos for them so they could assist in salvaging the crate or extracting its content, which would explain the blood I found outside. These people are likely to be Inquisition.
Both would make sense, both Rogue Trader and Inquisition. Rogue Traders because they're banned from operating in the subsector.
No,
the Inquisition. You're absolutely sure the Inquisition?
Sorry, I misspoke. They were posing as Rogue Traders, but they were definitely Inquisition.
They were definitely Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which means we have Inquisition stealing the crate and Inquisition looking for the stolen crate.
Right. They would probably be operating under this supposed traitor that Matthias was speaking of, is what I imagine. I hope, anyway.
Goldglaive is looking at you pensively, by the way, going, as if he might know something.
I look at you. I go, do you want another call or?
It's just the Baron hired me to kill all Rogue Traders on board. So if Rogue Traders are Inquisition and the Baron doesn't want any Rogue Traders on the station, is the Baron trying to stop the Inquisition getting in here? Are we fighting for the right person?
That
What are we
is
even fighting for?
well.
Apart from the Emperor, of course.
The Baron is sanctioned Imperial authority, and Rogue Traders, while technically part of the Imperium, operate outside of natural.
These are he's not worried about killing the Rogue Traders. He's worried about killing Inquisition, who he has been told are Rogue Traders.
Yes, you see my dilemma now.
But Matthias stated that these were traitors, and I can only assume that these individuals that he's fighting against, these inquisitorial traitors, have been ousted by their brethren.
We hope.
So the question actually is, do we want to get involved in inquisitorial infighting?
You already have a Rosette. I already have his Vox. I think it's too late.
No, good point.
I've killed, honestly, 3 of them now.
That's quite impressive, actually.
Just like, I have murdered so many.
I think
Oh,
it's a little
God.
bit too late.
Hold on, you said 3? You're sure it's not 4?
No,
It's
3,
4
including
now.
Matthias.
Oh, you're including Matthias. I thought you didn't kill him.
I didn't. Something stabbed him in the neck. I didn't.
Oh, can you? Terrible.
What?
And just saying how he didn't mention the removed hand. Funny that.
What does Evangeline and Zephaniah have to say about this
hand?
shit?
You did move what hand? Apparently, you only had one.
Because I imagine, Odysseus, you're with Evangeline and Zephaniah when you're having this conversation.
Yeah, I'm relaying all this to those two. Yeah.
Fucking hand truthers, jeez. Never had that hand to begin with.
Yeah. What are you two thinking? Because I'm relaying all this information to you two as we walk.
Fuck.
She.
I'm almost sort of defends the Baron of all the indecency of this whole thing. Now that you all mention it, it's finally making a lot of sense.
What do you mean?
This is not good business. I'll say that much, it's not fucking good business.
True. The Baron got the station, well, not the Baron necessarily, but the station came operated via the merchant fleets. But he is vehemently against any rogue traders operating it. That is inherently bad business.
It's a grand way to con the market.
True.
But
I do.
Oh, was it? Clay wants to speak. Just put on speaker.
I do have a probe. If you tell him that the Haegis and Gustavo Stoplice are dead, you might be able to gauge his reaction on that. Because they are dead, and I haven't claimed my bounty yet.
oh,
So if you claim it on my behest, then you might be able to probe him a little.
And then if he tries to have you silent, well, I guess we'll know.
Gustavo and Slot Brace. Making a note. In my little handy dandy noble ledger.
Is that what's written on the front, Seth?
You keep that out of your fucking mouth. But yes.
Alrighty. So, after several hours of walking, you all move through the smaller, less manned manufactorum levels of this terrible fucking station, until eventually you come to the more habitable, more pleasant promenade levels.
I was wanting to do a conversation with Chrysler on like the journey back.
100%, you can totally do that.
But
Hit me with it. Come on.
alright now.
Go for it. Come on. Get that objective.
Chrysler,
Baby.
can you know something different about the dandy?
No.
Oh, I've heard you mention family and that, and him in connotation, saying that he'll have to deal with it.
He was punted the gang.
Oh, right.
That's how we met. He shot him.
Didn't know that.
He's not even a noble, really.
But that's not what I'm not really getting at that, though. Like, it's a smell. Like, don't take this personal. You're a beautiful woman, but at the same time, you have a distinction that basically doesn't make me want to stab you in several different ways and make you bleed from different gores.
Is this because I drink blue and yellow blood?
Exactly.
Oh.
I feel the same way about the dandy.
Oh, well.
There's something a little bit off about him.
Well, how do I say this in... Well, do you know, everybody that you've killed from the family, some of them have been... mutated?
Right, so he's got malignancies.
Kind of.
What's his? Don't end up staring at it.
All the family have, all the ones that you fought all have a similar sort of look to them. No eyebrows. Sort of, you probably fought one. He looked a bit weird. A little bit like Gene Stealer.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was
Is that the
thinking that,
family?
yeah, slightly darker tinge. Holding up a wee vial.
That's the family.
It's all coming clear now.
Yeah. Zef's a good guy. Kind of.
Do the others know?
I just look at you. No, fucking of course not. We would have killed him ages ago.
Hmm.
Better the enemy, you know. At least he's on the other side. For as much as it counts. And to be honest,
But
without him, none of us would really have any clue what was going on with the family. So it's either you have him or you have nothing.
I take it he's classed as a sanctioned Xeno if he's working for the Baron.
Yeah, I guess he is.
So it depends if the Baron's on the right side then.
Hmm. Oh, if Zef's on the right side. Maybe Zef's double crossing the ban.
Maybe.
Wouldn't surprise me with him. Yeah, that
Then,
probably
like-
explains why you don't want to drink his blood.
It's not that I want to drink it. It's a little bit different than, everybody else.
What about the angels and his sisters? You no cravings for them?
No, none at all. I mean, they smell fantastic, but I know they've been touched by the Emperor.
Do they? I can't say I've ever noticed. My smell is gunpowder. But that's Seth. He's a good guy. Kind of.
We all aim to be good.
I mean, he's not shot after me after the first time, so.
Sure, as conversation continues on the long
Yeah.
walk back to the other guys.
Oh yeah. I do have one question for you, Kaiser. Did you call that Ogrenov?
Oh
No.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Good.
Ah,
Just wanted to check.
Just assume that never happened because obviously it wasn't.
Okay.
Coward.
You could have had
flying over
that.
Sasha.
I'll bring him in later.
Just imagine Table and Dace are just sitting there. It's like, well, that was a weird conversation, and then a fucking Ogren comes down the turbo lift.
Just opens up the minigun, slaughtering the frogs.
He's like, no, all my work is now gone.
This song's playing the whole time as well.
Also, what do you mean they had to help the frogs mate? What? Very
Yeah.
strange.
I was aiming at what you were trying to get at, and that frog turned on you rather quickly. If he's chemically implanting these people, not these people, these Xenos. I don't say people. These
Please
Xenos.
take a corruption point.
Yeah.
You said a Xenos was a person.
To be sanctioned and work for the Imperium and chemically altered. He seems so confident that he would not uprise, but at the same time he says that they're struggling to breed. So
I believe what he said was they're too stupid to breed.
yeah, he's chemically infusing them to breed. What else can he do?
Well, that's the point where we went there, to make sure he wasn't staging an uprising. And if he is, well, we know where he is, so we can go and fucking kill him. The frogs all stood busting out laser weaponry, then... but we know who's the culprit.
Fury bomb down the servo elevator would be a good one.
Yeah, we can just go down the vent again. I'm sure there's many ways down into that fucking shithole.
Very
Good
true.
water, but
It's very bad water. Bad water.
good water for me.
That's good water for you, I guess, yeah. Let us slam back to Sister Evangeline, Zephaniah, and Odysseus. Who... You there, Kat? Has she fallen asleep?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I was just checking. So you're still escorting the individual known as Barbarous, back to the Baron, I take it. You've gone up through, you're now on the promenade levels, taking him to the command structure, excuse me, of this station.
Yes.
Yep. Dude, I'm walking with my gun.
Unless you're attempting to are you attempting to conceal your space marine nature, or the alien nature of this fucking guy?
No, at this point the jig's up. Fuck it.
Okay, you are.
We'll put it back over the fellow's head, Barbaros's head.
Yep, if that Zep insists on that, yep, we do that. We cover a man's head.
You guys are attracting a lot of attention right now that a nobleman, a sister of battle, and a space marine are marching a man down the promenade through the market quarter.
May I make a leadership test?
You most certainly can make a leadership test. Ooh.
Mind your own fucking business.
Oh. Oh.
You saying that does make people ignore you a little bit more. However, that they are still, you are still getting looks. What your command has, or your leadership has essentially stopped people from actively praising you in the street as you go past. But eventually, you reach the command structure of the Galahad station. Guards recognize at least you, Zephaniah, and also see a fucking space marine, and will open the doors to the lift, let you up through the command structure, up into the high rafters where landings and takeoffs are commanded from. From there, an individual will direct you all back into the Baron's office, where he is, I would say, working at a desk, pretty much. A large red jacket draped over the back of his chair. He puts his quill down as he sees you all enter, and as he sees you all step in, quickly stands up. So what is all this then?
Ah, yes, Baron Darling. How the devil are you? Yes, how's the knee? Point is, we have been uncovering quite a few sordid little events down in the lower decks. Thank you for the tip-off, by the way. But, my peers here have insisted that we bring this little reprobate with us to see your judgment.
Because you've done good work, Zephaniah.
I'm getting some hesitation there, Baron, so it's time for you to come clean.
It is.
What's this really about?
First of all, it is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, my Lord Astartes.
Pomp and posturing isn't going to actually save you, Baron. Let's cut down business.
Excuse me?
Some questions for you. What was the reason you've been restricting rogue trader trade into this subsector?
I'm going to need a investigation or a cunning, please. Probably a cunning, actually.
Can I assist with cunning?
Yes. You most certainly can. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So, 4 icons total. With a complication.
He looks to you all, and you can tell that he is gravely offended. I
would very much like an answer to this.
I would like to say that I do not actually appreciate your tone or these accusations that you have been leveling against me. I have run Galahad Station well for the last 5 years. Crime has been reduced, trade has been increased, the subsector is open to everyone. bar those wretches. Those individuals failed me, and I will not have them permitted upon a station that I command.
Dear Baron, and I step closer, so I am not right in front of him, but like a good meter away from him.
You're requiring him to look up at you, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I was not asking if you were allowing the station and the subsector to prosper. I was asking why you were restricting no trader input into the sector. Your defensiveness proves that I was right in my accusation. Please elaborate.
Rogue traders have no right to this subsector. They have no warrant of trade. They desire only to plunder it for their own personal greed. I will not permit that.
Sounds like there was several years, maybe several decades of resentment building up to this.
You can see his eyes narrow, and over his shoulder you can see the red jacket that is on his on the back of his chair. It's an Admiralty jacket from the Imperial Navy, and you can see that all the ribbons and medals and everything have been torn off of it.
Fine. Did you leave the Navy out of your own volition?
I left the Navy because of the failure of weaker men.
And because of that, you sought to take out your anger and spite and resentment on those who had done well in life. Those families and dynasties had risen above your own. Is that correct?
He doesn't gratify you with an answer, but you can tell it's fucking yes.
When exactly did you become aware that inquisitorial agents were on your station posing as rogue traders?
You guys don't even need a fucking cunning roll. He is shocked.
At
What?
what point did you actually use that as an excuse to continue massacring them?
I mean, you named them for bounties, even. Look on to a few very likely sources. To name Sloth Brace and Gustavo mean anything to you there, Baron?
Yeah.
The slop braces.
Yes.
Though they are rogue traders through and through. They hold no allegiance to the Inquisition.
Really? Then why is it that we found a dead rogue trader recently who was posing as a rogue trader? A dead inquisitorial acolyte posing as a rogue trader.
The big letter I usually tips us off.
Here, let me provide you some context. I take out the rosette and I just put it on the table.
I was unaware that the Inquisition was acting upon this station.
Really?
I wasn't even aware that you were here until Sister Fabine and Sister Evangeline were able to elucidate me to the matter.
Yes. I've been made aware of such an elucidation. Let me ask. If you are not aware of the Inquisition operating on your station, were you also not aware of the gene stealer infestation rife above the streets?
Give me a cunning.
Could Zeph assist?
I'm gonna help, yes.
Please!
Okay.
3. I can't.
You can tell that and he walks to a essentially a large cabinet which is in his office, and he like swings it open, and you can see within that there is a massive skull which can only belong to one thing. That of a gene stealer patriarch.
Does the back of my brain start vibrating?
You know for a fact, Zephaniah, that is the brain of that is the skull of your grandfather. You don't know how you know, you just do. I've had consultations with xenobiologists over many years for this issue. This station was nearly wiped clean 5 years ago.
Wiped clean.
Indeed.
Really? Wiped fucking clean. Tear off the bag. Wiped clean, Baron. Seems you still have a few stains, and I flick Barbaros's head. Lingering about on your fabric. This man know the location of the container that you sent us to find.
So you've located it?
We found it. Bone dry, empty. It did not contain munitions. It contained servitors designed for war.
No,
So
no.
at what point are you going to cut
You
the
are-
lies?
You are mistaken. The container contained munitions.
It
It was inspected.
Not well enough, apparently.
No, it was opened and inspected.
Well, we found fewer,
There,
also round cases and more cryo-effluvia than we did anything else.
I do not know what container you have found, but that is the wrong container.
No.
And you're telling me
What's that?
what? Please explain to me what you have found in every detail.
Okay. We relay him everything we have found out, including the swapped manifests.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that
Which is,
all the information that you gained. So you tell him about the fact that the manifest only had 13 containers and that kind of thing.
yep.
So you're telling me that there is a shipping manifest that only has 13 containers on it.
The information is provided to you, Baron.
It was the manifest he handed us.
Yep. No.
No, the manifest came from Slot Brace.
Sorry.
The manifest
John.
was taken off of Slot Brace. That's how Glaive had it.
The manifests inside the container. I mean, the ones that Chrysler found that were swapped.
Oh yeah, the ones that were like stuck onto the side.
Yeah.
It was like,
That's
nope.
that's what I said.
This is the so you give them that. No, this is the these are the manifests for the container, yes, but they must have been swapped.
These are the correct
Lady-
manifests.
Lady Catherine inspected those containers personally, as she does for every munition that travels through this station. That container contained munitions. Therefore, this container has been swapped through afterwards.
Now, this is the part where you tell us who could have done that. Where could that have been done? Because if not, this Catherine seems to have some dealings underneath you.
Lady Catherine has been a loyal and valiant servant of the Adeptus for many, many years. If you're looking for someone to blame for such incidences as this, I think we may be dealing with plots far above both of our stations.
Well, that may be true, Baron. I think you might need to keep in mind that you have still put several hits out on rogue traders who are in reality inquisitorial agents posing as rogue traders. The murder of inquisitorial agents is punishable by death in the most excruciating, prejudicial way possible under Imperial law.
But what would find if you wanted to rip off those bounties and try and rescind it, you can at least mitigate the damage. Come on, I've ever stealed you wrong before, Baron.
He gives you a glance. He looks at you, and he simply says, "So this rosette was taken from one of these."
Inquisitorial interrogator Matthias, I believe he was. He was hunting down an inquisitor himself.
That he was posing as a rogue trader. I'm gonna need a. If you're attempting to make him believe that, I will need a deception.
I'll help.
I get Zeph.
And I am going to
I
use.
clicked it.
Oh, yeah, give it a minute. Yes!
Yeah.
That's,
Finally, I'm lying for good.
yes!
5.
2, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes. 6 icons. Zephaniah and Odysseus interrogation bros. Oh.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you can assist me in dealing with this situation.
Ooh.
Because if you do not find the contents of the container that that these Inquisitors are looking for, and find the killer of their acolyte, then every single man, woman, and child on this station will be dead.
Oh, I know. Personally send word to my brothers and my brothers, and they will send several strike teams. Point us in the direction of this Lady Catherine, and we'll get this done. Also, we're collecting a bounty for a slut race. I believe that was right, Zeph, wasn't it?
Excuse me.
We're collecting a bounty on a slot race.
Aegis and Gustavo.
Aegis and Gustavo.
Sorry, not Aegis. Dreyfus and Gustavo.
Dreyfus.
Alive.
Dreyfus.
Dreyfus and Gustavo
Dreyfus
Slop Race, the rogue traders.
See,
As far as I'm aware, and he just reaches into a drawer, as far as I'm aware, and I will check with my administratum, I am not aware of any bounty that has been released for these individuals. I do not recall any bounty being placed for rogue traders upon this station. This is a free port, after all, and he hands you a couple of bags.
What's inside the bags?
good to hear.
Inside the bags, they are essentially, they're not throne gilt, but they are a collection of precious metals which have been like stamped into circles. So whoever has those, they count as 2 wealth.
A most generous donation to the Herald family line.
I'd say add it to your things, F. You got the 2 wealth.
Right, I'll have this resting in my account. Honest.
And he turns and he shuts the drawer and he turns back to you and looks at you in the eye, Odysseus.
Hmm.
And he says, "There are good men and women on this station."
Let's make sure they don't suffer for your poor decisions.
And he nods.
Thank you, Paul. That's all the approval I could need. So, this Lady Catherine, what is in the direction?
She operates out of the equipment section in the dockyard.
Good. She'll either be dead or have something to report to you very soon.
Capital.
Turn and leave.
Until we meet again, Lord Baron. Make a bit of a bow, turn around, and stride out.
Okay. So out you all leave.
Yeah.
Do you guys leave Barabbas in there?
Yeah, you just fucking left.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess if you're gonna leave him with the Baron, he'll fucking deal with him. Unless Evangeline, were you gonna say something there?
Evangeline,
Yes.
Would you like to carry out the sentence?
did you want to actually bring the fucking guy with us to face the punishment of the ecclesiarchy, or leave him at the Baron? What do you want to do?
I'll take him back to the ecclesiarchy.
Right, so with us then.
Grand. Go.
Okay.
Bambi.
Did you take the Inquisitorial Rosette as well? Did you take it off the table?
Oh yes. Fuck no, he's not
Good.
having that.
Just checking, because sometimes you guys just leave shit and I have to ask you. And you leave an ogre barreling down a corridor. You leave an inquisitorial rosette on the table. That's kind of stuff happens, you know. It's okay. So,
All's fair in love and war.
for brevity, we can have you guys all meet up again if you'd be happy enough with that.
Sure.
On the way there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going. Holding a taco. Hell yeah. Say, it's a calamity, isn't it, Odysseus? Not only did he always know about this. Not only, of course, did he try and put out hits and encourage all the agents, but he also tried to bribe us, holding 2 bags of coins.
Yes.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say this man was a textbook seditionist. Especially given his run-in with the Navy.
A bold claim.
Let's make any man bitter, right?
Very true. A bold claim. But, I mean, we must ask the question. If such a man is a seditionist, a recidivist, who would take his position once he is removed?
Ideally, someone more loyal and more earnest in the name of the Imperium. Now, before you start asking, no, stop. I will not take office. Thank you, anyway.
Oh, fuck me.
But if I can confide in you there, Odysseus, and of course, indeed, Sister Evangeline, I would rather be rid of this wretched space station as soon as possible. At least have it in the hands of someone who has the Imperium's best interest in mind, right?
Perhaps.
41st millennium, thrones are regicide or hereditary.
Indeed. There are 2 ways to get onto a chair. Via blood or a dead man's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thunk it?
So, Evangeline, would you like to take this wretched creature back to the ecclesiarchy for punishment?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Would you like to take this wretch back to the ecclesiarchy for punishment?
Yeah.
Okay. Saint Varda's ecclesiastical. For brevity, we can say that it is on the way to the Catherine Wheel shipping yard in port. So you can drop in there. And at this point, when Varda sees where you guys are going with him, he is kicking and screaming. Because you're not taking me there. I'm not going. No.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, I imagine everybody's joined up for this.
I'm sorry.
Sister.
Mm-hmm.
Sister, can I make this easier for us?
Oh, this wretch doesn't deserve easy.
No, I mean easy to transport. And I suggest cutting his Achilles tendons and then dragging.
Thank you for the offer, but no.
Holster the blade.
I suppose he's already missing a hand, isn't he?
Remember, I need a trinket from him for bracing.
Xenos, this might actually go easier for you. On one condition. I just like close. You tell us where to find grandfather.
That is going to be an intimidation, please.
Can I assist?
Yes.
Can I assist? Can we all assist?
It is going to be an incredibly high
6?
6. I don't think that'll do it. 6 would not do it. However, you can. Oh wait, no, you can't. Oh.
Can multiple people? I hope so, but I don't know.
I don't know if.
That's an
I don't know if multiple people can do the assist. No.
Well, 5 of us can kick his head in the street.
That is true. 5 of you can kick his head in the street. Okay.
You can get the community involved. That's what the church is all about.
It doesn't have to be the first
Exactly.
intimidation roll. It just has to be on a intimidation roll. Eventually, his difficulty will decrease as his number of fingers do.
Okay. As you keep attacking him like this, he eventually like reaches like fucking reels around at Uglaive, who's like, I imagine got some kind of knife to his throat because let's think about it, you fucking would, wouldn't you, mate? And come
more ready to start slitting the wrists sideways, so that way it's not the proper suicidal way, which is that way, it's that way. So it's just in fucking pain.
Jesus.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Would you like to use my blade?
Stop attacking my prisoner!
and he is going to
I was going to say, basically, change my intimidation. I take his other hand that's bound to the nub with the knife and threaten to cut off his other hand. Seeing as the first one got blown off with a bolt pistol by the sister.
As you are threatening to do this to him, he is going to like start gurgling in his throat, and he is going to attempt to spit acid at you.
Careful, he's a splitter.
So let me make the fucking attack roll before you act, you fuck.
No!
Okay.
We use a glory to seize the initiative.
Let me see what it says first, right? He has... here we go.
I love how you manipulate me into harm's way. I was going for the guy's ankles first.
Yeah, but you're the one that rolled the complications, so that's why you're getting this at you. Alright? Yeah, you fuck. So...
Shocking, Nathan. Shocking.
I know, right? I know you specifically asked me to stop telling you to go fuck yourself when things like this happen to you, but that is
not just me.
Yeah, but it is something that just happens to
This
you.
guy is literally telling you to go fuck yourself.
I imagine it is because you're the one that is like actually attempting to do him the most harm. If you know what I mean. So he is going to attempt to make a.
Does he know what's inside that church?
He knows what an ecclesiarchy is. Yes. So that's page 295, and then he has a ballistic skill of not much. What's your to hit? Or what's your defense? 3. He does not hit. This acid just kind of spits over your shoulder and sizzles into a pedestrian going past. He just goes, ah!
You should probably get that looked at. That's it.
Yes.
My eyes, God, help!
Here. I walk over and I pour some water on her.
Oh, thank you. I'm a funny.
There's only heavy metals in it. It's fine.
It's only increased the pH! Ah!
Yeah, spread the acid.
You're just rubbing it around. You're just spinning it around.
Oh yes. You'll be okay. Don't worry. I did this all the time in the gut.
So yeah, only wounding one pedestrian, you're able to get this guy inside this fucking ecclesiarchy.
I go get the woman and go around and shout, Kerrigan! Or Kerrigan!
Asleep.
You see a couple of Kerrigans maneuver over. You see a couple of Kerrigans maneuver over. Not ecclesiarchs specifically, but they are just Kerrigans. And they're like, what's happened? Oh my god! And they see this fucking Xenos. You see these Kerrigans start fucking assisting this blinded woman.
Whilst they do that, I turn towards the group and say, gag that thing or rip its glands out.
Gladly.
Just
That thing.
Just for Noble to get his hands dirty. Just
What do you
looking through
mean?
my
They're never
equipment.
clean.
The only thing I really have right now is a knife.
Here, you can use mine.
You can use my knife. It's fine.
You carry a ball gag?
No, carry on, nice.
What happens in the spire stays in the spire there, darling.
What? Just take another
Don't
bite
mind.
out of my taco. What the fuck are you on about?
I would like to point out that there are no more tacos on the station. You guys saw to that.
Oh, really?
You guys killed the taco station. Now they only have gyros.
I got a gyro then.
Turns out it's pronounced hero.
It's
Bioritos.
Bioritos, yes.
Rito.
Like B-I-O Ritos.
Yeah, that's what I'm eating.
It's not another family business, I assure
No,
you.
it's just full of carb starch.
Oh,
So it's like most guard rations.
Yeah, it's like most guard rations. Yeah.
For the mountain, kill a man for a gyro.
So yeah, Evangeline, you can just drag this fucking guy right up to the pulpit, where punishments are occasionally meted out, and you see an ecclesiarch there who is incredibly surprised to see this. Sister, what is this? Ah, the silent type. I see. No worries, I'll put this thing to death and send it to back to wherever the hell it came from.
Could I have a tour, please?
Oh. Cecily, are you having mic problems?
Evangeline.
Oh,
Evangeline, are you having mic problems? Okay.
I don't think so.
I was just checking. Yeah, so he was like, what the fuck is this thing?
Sinner that needs punishment.
I will send whatever creature this is back to whence it came to be meted out in his glorious judgment. Squire, fetch me my largest hammer.
Just make sure he does the full and proper penance before he's sent on.
No bone shall be unbroken.
Very good.
And his tongue as well, if I may be so bold as to make a suggestion of you. We can't have him saying heresies, can we?
Of course not. And he reaches into his pocket and he takes out basically like a cigar cutter, but it's got scissor hands on it. And he just grabs the fucking guy's tongue and just slink off of the guy's tongue. And so you can, of course, leave this creature to his fate now. If you're happy with that.
Can I get a tour?
You can totally get a toe, bro. This guy is like your friend. Like this fucking... This guy...
Get his tongue if you want.
Yeah, you can have his tongue. You can have
No,
anything.
I'll take his tongue then.
He tosses it. The ecclesiarch tosses it to you in the same way you would toss a fucking meat scraps to a dog.
Okay.
And he's just like, grabs. Yeah.
I go to the nice big holy lady altar with a giant sword and start doing like a litany and pouring the little blood vial and the tongue of the blood onto the sword.
Oh. And it congeals there with the copious amount of blood that you have already put onto this fucking sword over time. And you guys can all leave the ecclesiarch. Or leave the ecclesiarchy and to the sufferings of this poor blinded woman in the corner getting fucking tended to by these chirurgeons. Just like, oh, that's okay, dear. Don't you be worrying about it. It's going to be all right over time. And yeah.
Oh.
Then off you guys go to
Well, did you
We
talk to
have-
the Baron about what we said?
We did,
I may be so bold.
and he has pointed us in the direction of a Lady Catherine, works the dockyards, the equipment section. Apparently, she would have signed off on the on the container.
Manifest, and I bring it out of my pocket.
Exactly.
You mean this one?
He was incredibly adamant about it. So I'm almost positive that
Arguably too adamant.
What's the signature on the docket, Nathan?
it is Lady Catherine Wheel of the Catherine Wheel Shipyard. Or Dockyard, excuse me.
Did you say Lady Margaret?
Catherine.
Or Lady Catherine? Oh yeah, she signed it.
So-
It's right here.
So it's either her or someone after her, at which point we will get the information.
No, it's
from
definitely
there.
her if she signed it. This is the right one and everything.
Fair. All right.
Glaive gave this to me like 3 days ago.
Huh.
I
Well,
don't think I
that-
found out all the information about
No,
the
I'm
box.
not doubting you. That just significantly narrows it down. Right.
Maybe
Why
this
did-
lady would be able to tell us where this container was originally if it was swapped.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Why didn't
Very
you
good
ask me this
idea,
like 3
Grimey.
days ago before I went into the underhive?
Dad didn't know. We didn't know it was swapped. I didn't. Look, I
Did he
need to
pay
go
the bill?
prepare. Oh right.
Did he pay the
Zeph.
bounty?
Yes. Zeph.
I have him right here. Though, to be fair, this could easily just be a bribe.
The two.
The Baron is far too shady.
So I
And
think,
I'm a
could be.
noble.
I think that's 2 wealth that goes on 2 card sheets. I guess.
Yes.
Oh yeah, don't worry. 6 wealth in total.
So
Old money, bitch.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, with my auto litanies and stuff like that, do I recover any shock, seeing as we're in a peaceful place?
The recovering of shock is granted by. Let's just double check
I would
this.
also like to do that.
There is 8 resting for 6 hours. Yeah, if we rest for 6 hours, we gain all of our shock, and our wounds are just 0.
Wow, this is fucking. This is a soft system.
So about this.
Don't need to rest for 6 hours, I only have 1 shock. How much about you, Evangeline?
I've got 3 shock.
Zeph, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine and dandy, to be honest.
Ah, he's dandy.
Yes.
Uh,
Always.
Oh,
so
Yeah, I've got 3 shock. I really need the rest.
so what you guys can do is you guys can like sit down for a couple of hours and strategize about what you found so far, that kind of stuff, and we can use that as a respite.
Works for me.
sorry?
You happy with that?
Could we
Wonderful.
meta as a group and recap what we found?
You totally can, and I can assist you if you've forgotten anything.
So, the family, the grandfather's back, the Don is back.
This is specifically a new dawn.
Yeah, not the one that's heads in the Baron's chamber.
Indeed.
The Baron
Yes.
was shocked that the Inquisition's operating here.
Yes, he
Outright
was.
money, money alone, greed. Nothing against the Inquisition. The containers were switched out. The Inquisition hired the frogs, or requisitioned frogs.
To move a
They
container.
fell into the same trap that we fell into, and the gene stealers fell into with the murder servitors. Yeah?
Mhm.
Or has anyone got any other theories on that?
That's pretty sound.
Well,
Out of character, I think that's generally what happened, yes. In character, though, let's incriminate the Baron.
out of character, you specifically know more information, Joe.
Of course I do.
Yeah. So out of character, you also know that your family moved the container in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't tell us that, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that. We know now.
Fucking.
I've kept it pretty hidden, haven't I?
Yeah.
So, this is a
Metagame it,
specific.
bastards.
Right.
So it has been removed. That's why the fucking Barabbas was like, "What the fuck? This was supposed to be full of guns." You fucker.
Yeah.
One and only clue that we have now is this Lady Catherine. She might be able to tell us where the original container was. If it's switched, might be closed there. Both ships receiving and departing, delivering have gone. So we have the evidence that it wasn't there, but our only lead is Miss Catherine.
I'm trying
Unless
to
anyone
figure out.
sheds more light on it.
I am trying to desperately figure out how the Inquisition ties into it. Like into the like from this point on.
Oh, so there's an inquisitorial traitor. Yeah.
Well, Or do you think that the
They
Inquisition
switched
isn't
out the
investigating
containers.
something?
What were you saying, Kat?
The Inquisitor traitor switched out the containers, the one with the ammo with the one with the servitors in it. That's what we're saying, isn't
Yep.
it, right?
Yep.
Seems coincidental that this inquisitorial traitor and grandfather showing up at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Either they know Lady Catherine, they work under her, or it is Lady Catherine.
A Jacques.
What were you saying, Joe? Further?
No, to be honest, it's just been summed up, truth be told. I was going to add, the last time I checked, guns didn't secrete cryofluid, did they?
No, I did not.
And if this creature's grandfather is already long dead, then this...
Oh, shit. Oh, the Patriarch was fucking imported.
Yes.
It was what was in the cryopod.
Yeah, it was imported. Oh, shit.
Do you understand my suspicions about how this whole thing is run now?
Yeah.
Yes, but this is Joe saying this, so subterfuge.
No, this is Zephaniah talking, actually.
This is Zephaniah coming up with this plot. Zephaniah.
Alright, I'm
For-
gonna go back into character.
Zephaniah, for piecing shit together like that, put another XP onto your character sheet.
How much?
1 XP.
You get 10 XP a session.
Hold it back.
You
Oh.
shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
1 XP. Oh,
How much does it get
oh,
now?
hold me back, boys.
One.
How much
One.
do I get?
Oh,
Just
I
the
get
one?
I'll give him an extra 3 for that, yeah.
4.
Thank you.
4 XP.
Yeah, so 3 XP.
The thing does suggest like 4. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine.
In
Oh, can you
character,
imagine?
Fuck you,
Wave.
Paul.
I'm gonna, in this downtime, ask Brother Odysseus what he was talking about gravitomic anomalies.
Yes.
Because you did make
So-
that aware to the group in the last time before we were interrupted by the gene stealer.
Yes. So, my chapter detected these fluctuations that were coming, these readings were coming out of the station. They set me to investigate, and then Matthias revealed that they were coming from a ship that this traitor owned. And this traitor also swapped the containers. So, my best bet right now is still to find Lady Catherine to follow that lead up. Because I still need to get that job done.
Potentially, this traitor was harbinging a primarch?
A patriarch.
Patriarch.
But if that's the case, why?
Might be smoking Marys.
The Inquisition is mysterious in its workings and objectives.
This is
very true.
Bizarre for them.
I would like to add that it's a blessing if you get indoctrinated into the Inquisition. It's a high honor.
Indeed, but they're acting like my family more than anything else.
Death cultist.
Being a sneaky motherfucker.
So, what, do you want to be inducted into the Inquisition?
I am.
I guess that's what you're saying.
I am an instrument of the Emperor's will. I have my skills. If I help the Inquisition and the Imperium, then I might be die in glory, or I might be sent to achieve a greater feat in killing something more horrid.
I suppose it's probably true. I always thought the Death Cult was pretty high up there, but
We take pleasure. Oh, sorry. On you go.
No, do carry on.
I was just going to say, we are outlooked as outcasts, but we take pleasure in serving the Emperor.
tell me about it.
That's why I like you, Liza.
We do what we must for the betterment of the Empire.
Isa,
Oh, yes.
how can I get one of those Vox machines?
Oh, here, 1 second. I get the Inquisitors out of my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it over. And see if it's like being tracked or anything. Is there any tracking devices on it?
Whilst it does have a calculator, stopwatch, and also Aquila Lander, the video game on it, it does not appear to have a tracking device that you can see on the outside mechanism. You do notice, however, that it is encrypted.
It's encrypted, but would it work for like basic functionalities for what she needs right now?
Sorry, I forgot about that.
Oh, you're an angel, my dear. Thank you so much.
I gave a bolt to them.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Look at that, boys.
Quillalanders control like they play in Flappy Bird.
No, it's Flappy Bird. It's Flappy Bird.
No. But actually, in universe, that's how they control. Twilight has you fucking check
There's
this
also
one.
nuggies.
So you probably don't want this one. It's very easy to get a com feed. Actually,
It's essentially
one of
bricked
the
at the
place
moment.
stores around here could probably get you a com feed. It's not hard. One of my backpacks got a little harder.
Okay.
It's fucking over there. Probably get one in that shop.
You can attempt to de-encrypt it.
I'll do that later.
Okay.
Clarissa, should
I'm
we use the
seeing-
Ecclesiastics? Whoops, sorry. There you go, Cat.
No, you go.
I was going to bring up the other point, and it's like, Clarissa, should we use the Ecclesiastics radio to call the number that Tharius was calling?
It's quite hard to track the source of a Vox signal. Especially who's sending it. You have to identify yourself on the signal, unless they have got some crazy technology which they can backtrack you, which is possible. Calling them the Ecclesiarchy? I don't know. I suppose probably a good idea, since it's probably an Inquisition line.
Yes, exactly.
Probably better than me calling using my Vox pack.
Exactly.
But yeah, that store over there, the sisters could probably get a combi quite easily.
Do something simple. If we're going to be working together, I see the value of these communication devices.
Okay.
They're quite handy.
So this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the first requisition roll of the entire campaign.
Go, Cat.
Ding dong.
So,
Show us how it's done.
So,
How is it done?
Do it.
Good question.
it's very simple. Sorry, Nathan. Go ahead.
in order to make a requisition, you're rolling your your influence, which at the moment is going to be whatever it is, which is going to be your fellowship -1 with a minimum of 1. Okay.
Keep in mind that your archetype might have actually added any influence on
Indeed.
your starting.
And if
Can she get the flash and just switch with a shop across from the Ecclesiarchy?
she is. I will also remind you guys: shops don't really exist. You're attempting to requisition stuff from a corrupt, semi-corrupt administratum that basically allocates resources. So you're attempting to justify shit from a feudal lord, basically.
What do you mean there's no shops? I saw a frog selling escargotti down the
Yeah,
road.
of course there's shops. They're just not legal.
There are shops, right? There are shops, but the shops are for normal people. They will not sell things like Vox beads. They will sell poultry.
100% you can get a Vox bead in the black market.
Oh yeah, you can get a Vox bead on the black market, but that would be a cunning acquisition rather than a normal acquisition.
My time to shine.
Indeed.
Alright.
So you can also utilize wealth, Cat, which is you permanently spend a point of wealth to give yourself an extra icon on the roll.
Is it an icon or a dice?
It's an icon.
Oh wow, that's actually just good.
Yeah, that's just fucking good, isn't it? So that's it just gives you a success.
Fair.
So a Vox bead has a wealth of 3, which means that the difficulty is going to be Oh, what's a rarity of a Vox speed?
So
It's
a
nothing,
Vox
is
speed
it?
is 3 uncommons. So basically,
So it's
the value is
uncommon.
3,
So
and the
that
uncommon is +1.
easy peasy.
Yeah. So basically, you are trying to get 4 successes on your influence roll.
Okay. Which you said is fellowship -1.
Which is fellowship
It should be
-1.
it should be under your mental social traits.
Yes.
Influence
Well,
moderation.
yeah.
So you just click it to make an influence test.
2.
2 and a
three.
wrath.
Complicated.
Oh,
I'm going to give you one of my wealth to add 1 to that to make it a 3. If anyone else
I'm
wants
sorry.
that.
Sean, Paul, just to make sure that Nathan's not taking us over, why is every complication just automatically giving him ruin?
it's not.
Only the ones that there aren't only ones that
Yeah.
he doesn't give us a complication on, he can take a ruin instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
a complication is like a player GM like cooperative effort. If you can come up with a compilation that makes sense, he doesn't get a ruin. But if none of them think it's just like fuck it, just give him a ruin.
Yeah.
The guy in the shop's a heretic.
They all are.
Everyone's a fucking heretic for you guys.
Bang!
What I will say is, by the way, since you guys rested, your wrath goes back up to 2 again.
Okay.
Goody
So
gumdrops.
you guys you can also spend a wrath to re-roll that fail cat if you like.
I will.
Wonderful, please re-roll that.
Bear in mind, you're trying to get 2 6s.
4, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, she's fine. That's 4.
So that's 4 plus 1, so that's 5 successes. Fantastic.
She's fine. She gets it.
The administratum worker that you bother with this issue just notices you're a sister of battle, requires you fill out a substantial amount of paperwork, but he seems to actually kind of speed it on because of your station in your station on this. Your station on this station, and within short order you are presented with a small box which seems to be quickly welded together on some far-gone factory world, which inside it, packed with straw, is a small Vox speed.
Awesome.
A range of 1k.
It's just a range of 1 kilometer.
Whereas Chrysler's actual backpack thing is like 100 columns.
100
Yep.
kilometers.
I can
range.
reach orbit.
Oh yeah,
Better than
easily.
nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm looking to requisition a bolt pistols. Anyone else want to requisition anything else for me?
Could you requisition me Las pistol?
You can make 1 requisition roll per session.
Ooh.
Okay, we can't then.
So you have to do it yourself.
You got to do it yourself, buddy.
I will give you. I will for this purpose, Paul. I will give you 1 of my wealth. If you
No,
want to try it yourself.
No, it's okay. I'm going to.
Would you like to make a cunning acquisition roll?
I would like to make a cutting.
Wonderful. So, the one that's going to be least interesting, we're going to have Odysseus try to get a bolt gun.
Bolt pistol.
A bolt pistol, okay.
Yes.
There's no specific ones for Astartes, that's interesting.
Yeah, no. The only ones that actually have the Astartes tags are like
the assault bolter.
Weapons. Yeah, Primaris weapons.
Hmm.
Basically, it just means I can roll it, but I don't get any bonuses. So, so value 4 uncommon, so that's 1. So I have to get 5 icons. Okay, there we go.
So 1, 2, 3. How much wealth are you going to spend?
Okay, I am going to.
You want to spend a wrath?
I'm going to use a wrath to roll 2d6 again. See if I can get anything.
Wonderful.
Nothing. So. Yeah, no, I'm not. 3. Oh, wait, no! No, I need 5. No, so I'm nowhere near. No, that's fine. They, I go up and I plead with an attack freeze. I require some close combat armaments. He tells me we have nothing of the Astartes quality.
Not only that, he tells you that unfortunately the tech priests on this station have been harassed by some unknown individual, and they have been unable to complete requisition orders for such equipment. And as he does so, you see the fucking you see the LEDs that make up his eyes fucking narrow at you.
Okay. Probably shouldn't have murdered all those tech adepts. Fuck. All right.
You know what? When in Rome.
We shall perform
Very
Kryze's
true.
first, and then we shall perform yours,
Right,
Glaive, if you're happy enough with that.
remember, you can trade the value of whatever you're wanting to replace.
That is true as well, yes. So, Kryza, what would you like to gain?
I'd like a last pistol.
You would like a las pistol. Okay, so cunning acquisition. Crime thrives in dark times across the Gilead system. You make a cunning fellowship test to find an underworld contract that has access to any piece of war gear. Difficulty for the test is 3, modified by the rarity. So rarity.
Common.
Just common. So it's just flat 3.
So it's a flat 3. Wonderful.
There you go. Make your test. 3. You gain a rare. Or there's a complication.
I think that this is a perfect time for a complication.
Okay.
Okay.
You have many criminal contacts. A las pistol, you just talk to some of your guys, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I think there's some fucking guy in the market square that's like selling like pistols to people," and eventually you find one of these guys, and he goes, "Well, yeah, I can sell you this. Just got it straight in this morning."
Oh, very, very good. Excellent.
And he like, "So what are you going to give me for it?" Because if you look at cunning acquisition.
Oh god. Do you want to tell me the rules so I don't have to fucking spend time
Yes,
googling through shit?
Succeeding on a cunning fellowship test earns you an audience with a shady character in possession of the war gear you're seeking. You don't automatically receive the item of war gear, but have the opportunity to barter with the individual. You might exchange their war gear for a piece of your own, put a price on the war gear in wealth, or ask that you render a clandestine service for them.
That's just a las pistol. I could give you a little hand or something, though I could trade you some information that might be useful among your competitors.
I'm not gonna lie, I've heard about you. I've heard about the
Is it good or is that bad?
the rat on the radio. I've heard about you. I think that we can help each other.
Okay. Yeah.
So
What is it?
I'm hearing that some of the family down below, I'm hearing that they're kind of kicking up a little bit of fuss again, and I'm wondering if you could tell me what that's about.
That's worth more than a las pistol, my friend.
Then that
Make it a hot shot.
Ooh,
If you have something
Colonel
better to
Landers.
trade, of course the information is for sale. However, last pistol is not just enough for that.
I'll throw you in a lot of company script, and he slides across enough company script, which will equate to essentially 1 wealth.
One wealth is basically worth 1 value, right?
Yes, 1 wealth is worth 1 value. This is also enough to like eat with for a fucking month.
I can give you some information, however, of course, there's a limit to what I could say for that. If you have anything else to trade, the more trade, the more information I share. It's simple as that. I have a lot of information on this topic.
Well, why don't you tell me what that'll get me first, and then I'll see if I want some more.
Okay, very well. You're in the grapevine. In a big armament of what? Down below. Family helped move it. Keeping enough for imperial transport. Never went up.
Huh.
Who knows where they've taken it? Heard some no-hos about an empty box. It's already gone into the black market. If you want to know more, more.
I guess that'll explain this then. And he like shows you the gun, and it's like, it's perfect. It's a perfect gun, fucking brand new.
Look it over in my hand.
You see that there's scratches on it. It's been scratched into by like some kind of knife or blade, and it just says on it, "First of many."
I smile. We're going to have a very nice conversation.
Was that? Huh?
Where did you find this weapon? How did it come into your inventory? Me asking.
Right. Are you going to attempt to?
And I push the wealth back over at him.
Are you you're attempting to intimidate him? Yes.
No, not at this point.
Okay. Well, hey, you know Sloppy Joe. I've got a lot of contacts down south. Apparently, some of the guys. No, they're my main competitors. What are you fucking talking about? So.
Where did you get this from then?
We get a lot of people coming through here. Some fucking shady guy comes in, wants to sell a last pistol. It doesn't even sell it for much. I give him 3 months worth of credits for a taco shop that doesn't even exist anymore. He doesn't care. He just gives it to me, and off he goes. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Strange.
But hey, the gun fires perfectly. Sloppy Joe don't ask questions.
It's true. It's one of your better points.
So, Sean, what's happened is the gun that he's given Kryza is fucking perfect, but on the side of it has been scratched in with some kind of knife or something. The first of many.
So then Kryza isn't questioning the guy.
Kryza is turned into question mode.
With the wealth, that is.
Interesting. Yeah. I paid for the servers then. If you have anything else that might be worth my time. I guess not. This is the best of your inventory.
At the moment, hey, it's hard to get weapons through here. Ever since the rogue trade tied up, that's been tough, man.
What else are you selling? I might have more information to share on that too. Oh, if you know somebody else who's looking to buy, say I have information.
I'll keep an ear out. I know how to get to you. It's all good.
Let me know if somebody's got something they're willing to trade. I'm always willing to sell.
I like the idea you just put your fucking hood up and step back out into the rain.
I don't have a hood. I just
also
the last pistol and walk into the rain.
Oh, so yeah, you've got last pistol now, and please list it as last pistol brackets brand new, fresh out the box.
I just put his last pistol good. How about that?
Yeah, or last pistol first of many. I like that.
I'm gonna fucking clean that off.
Okay.
She looks at it. She goes, "Somebody's fucking scribbled on this perfectly good."
And then we slap to Glaive. Glaive, what are you looking for?
I am looking for a light powered armor.
Jesus Christ!
And I'm willing to put my bodyguard for it.
Shit, man. Okay.
A last pistol.
Desperately trying to get a last pistol. I want fucking power armor. Fuck you. Okay, right. Powered armor.
Okay, 6, very rare. What was that?
Yep.
+3?
So 9.
9 with a 3 value for the thingy.
So that
Bodyguard
drops it
and the
down to
trade.
6.
Yep. So what would I need to get that?
You would need to get 6 successes.
6 successes.
6 successes on an influence. Okay?
Oof.
What's your influence?
3. I was going to ask the group for a glory as well.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, go for it. This is fucking. This is.
I swear to fuck.
Bonus dice 1. Like. Nah.
3.
3.
What did you
So
do
that
for
is
it?
3. So I then expunge my 3 wealth to bring that to 0. If the GM allows.
I will.
Oh, fucking.
I think I'll allow that.
So how do you get this, and what does it look like? This power armor?
Right.
Meant to be an assassin?
What does the power armor look like?
You know how Gway's body glove he inscribed like little rivets in his part, and then what'd you call it? Tainted it with blood.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like that, only every now and then the red kind of pulses. But the thickness, the carapace it's not a body glove anymore. It's thicker, so it's more protection for him, but it's still nimble. Like you could still do a backflip in it and still scamper and sneak and move.
Yeah, because it's light. Okay. So I've googled light power armor, right? And this is the first image that comes up. And I think this is probably the most artistically close thing.
Yeah, maybe not the giant spiky ball, but I imagine.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Not the chaos, but
Yeah, but I think that's quite close. Am I wrong?
Probably fairly close.
Your inquiry with the administratum on this issue leads them to question why you would need power armor until they realize what you are, and they immediately direct you to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Your ability to persuade them is in no small feat or no small part diverted by the fact that you are offering them a substantial amount of wealth, which appears to them to have came directly from the Baron with these fucking like coins.
minted print valuable metal. Yeah.
Yes, and so they nod to you, and they present you and size you for this armor in a short amount of time. They don't tell you where it came from. They make no mention of the holes that have been patched and mended in it and sanded down over time. But you're almost certain that someone fucking died in this thing.
It's alright, it's going to get covered in blood anyway.
Exactly. You stride out. Small metallic clicks onto your feet, hitting the floor, are soon silenced when you get used to the movement of this thing. You're no longer just a predator in the night. You're a predator in the night in big fucking power armor.
I hear him going through this. How the fuck did you get power armor? What the
Okay.
Working.
I don't that with power armor? What the how did you even get that?
It's in the back of the shop.
Eh?
Okay.
Haven't they fucking never offered me that?
So you can later at a later date, by the way, get built-in equipment for your power armor.
I didn't know that.
Yes, for example, mag boots, presence goggles, respirators, vox beads, and void suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an optional rule.
Yeah, I didn't know if I should like fucking chance my luck and ask you a price sense goggles at the start of the game, so I just didn't
You
say
could
anything.
have. Your armor is also powered. It is going to be powered 1, which means it is going to give you a
Increase the
strength bonus by 1, and it is going to also mean that you cannot be knocked prone when you roll a complication when firing an unsecured heavy weapon. Though I don't think you're ever going to need to worry about that.
Not prone when fired at unsecured heavy weapon. Why would I be prone firing a fucking giant gun?
No, if you are because you hold it and it goes boom, and you get knocked prone.
It's
Yeah.
So, no, I would be knocked prone.
Normally, but not when you're wearing the power armor.
So now the death cultist can wield a.
The death
Heavy
cultist,
stubber,
the
yeah.
death cultist to now wear the heavy stubber. Yes. Congratulations on your fucking armor. Would anyone
Jesus Christ,
else?
guys.
Would anyone else like to make an acquisition roll?
I,
The last time we are here.
I think it's just Joe that can is the only one left.
I believe Evangeline can as well.
Kat's already done. She's got her rock speed.
She's got what?
Yeah.
Her vox speed.
Oh yeah, the Vox Speed. Sorry, I forgot about the Vox Speed.
Yeah.
Zephaniah, would you like to make an acquisition roll?
I can't really think of anything else I'd really need or
fine.
want.
My brother in
Well,
Christ.
Particular type.
I suppose a Vox would really help, to be honest.
A Vox
I
Speed
think
would
about
help.
it.
Even a data slate, like if you want to fucking like just have an iPad.
Hmm.
I'll combine the two. I want one like what Tyres had. It was good.
That is essentially a data slate and a Vox Speed and like combined.
I'll
So
take it. I'll take
I
what's
believe
jailbroken with a cunning action.
I am the family, you fuck.
So like, say for the sake of like rule, Nathan, like if you want to combine two equipment in one, like half the value of one of them. It's like the data slate, treat it as one value and then add it onto the value of the vox speed.
So yeah, I'm just going to say 4 and also uncommon. So that's going to be. Hold on, let me just check.
5 total.
Yeah, 5 total.
Interesting. But seeing as how one of them is from our band's bounty, perhaps it would be best to get the regular Vox speed. How much for a regular Vox speed?
A regular Vox Speed is going to be 3. Now remember, you are making an influence test in order to gain this. You're not actually having to spend the wealth.
I'll be using cunning.
Oh, you're going to make a cunning acquisition.
I want to be able to also, if need be, listen to other people's conversations.
So in order to do that, you would require a Vox Caster.
Oh, full Voxcaster.
Yes, a full Vox Caster, which is a bulging backpack of wireless and radio technologies. And that is the thing that Kryza uses.
It's like the
I was
rat
gonna
one
s-
without
yeah.
the hair.
I was going to say, we already have one.
Yes, you already
She
have one of
walks,
those.
talks, and has a lot.
Indeed.
Has scales and hair attached to it and everything.
Yeah.
Indeed. A literal brain box, yes.
Indeed.
Whole package.
Look, I'll just take the bead.
Vox Speed. Okay, that is going to be a total of 4, please. That you're going to need to roll for your influence. So if you could roll me an influence or a cunning acquisition.
Cunning 3, I think, because it's just the value, isn't it, for cunning?
Yes, it's just the value. So that'll be cunning 3. So it's going to be another glory. Yes, you can be directed to anyone in the lower quarter that can lead you to one of these items. What would you like to spend in order to gain it? It would cost you 3 wealth. This individual, basically, he makes jailbroken versions of Vox Speeds and the like. And he's going to give you 3 wealth, or I need things, I need tools, I need stuff. You have stuff. I take stuff.
Consider stuff.
He looks you over. What do you have? What do you fucking got in your inventory? What do you got in your fucking? Let me see your equipment. Let me see your equipment, motherfucker. Don't you fucking tab out of that. Don't you start tabbing out of shit. Let me see.
I can give you something more valuable than mere stuff. I can give you a favor from the House of Herald.
Oh.
I'm here in economic business. This is an economic institution, is it not? Perhaps we can make a deal.
I want a job. I want a job permit. I want a work permit.
You want a work permit?
Uh.
Interesting. Any particular institution?
I weld good. I good weld.
Oh, we always need welders.
You get work permit. I give this.
Consider it done.
So,
Yes.
in order to make a work permit, that is going to be
Sure, I can get someone else in a general, scumfuck villa
uh
to
oh
forge one.
that in that case that would be another cunning, please.
I was banking on that. Yes. There's not a single honest action that Zephaniah has taken.
Oh, I'm sure not. Oh, and it's only 2.
Only 2.
Only 2. The asking around for work permits is not unusual, but your appearance causes you to draw attention to yourself. People start to kind of take notice and stop talking to each other as you approach. You're starting to get stonewalled.
You see, it's for us, if he wants to get an actual viable trade. You know how it is. You're trying to find work, alternative work, rather, for people in your own household. Look, I owe his cousin a favor of a friend of a guy. You know how it is with...
I would suggest he joins the crew of the next void ship that comes in, my lord.
Interesting. How many welders do they need?
It depends on
This man's a very good welder.
It depends on the losses from the last loading.
And if there were to be a few losses, if a few people just fail to show up for a roll call, would you say he'd have a chance in getting this job?
The best way that he can have to get one of those jobs in one of those ships is to not run away fast enough.
Over.
Do you know how high a naval officer is? How tall?
Enlighten me.
He's about Shanghai.
Oh.
And they both fucking giggle to themselves.
It's been fun. Seriously, motherfucker, tell me where to go.
It was, if you want, I'd suggest next ship comes in, go talk to him. Other than that, we don't know anyone that does work papers. I'd suggest an administrative worker.
Oh, very good. Ta-ta for now. With a wink and walk away to the Catherine wheel.
Okay.
Like, I just want a fucking phone. I'm getting this guy.
Yeah, you're not getting a phone, and you're not getting a fucking watch, and you're not getting a fucking anything. Like, these guys are stonewalling you. You're finding that your new position it gives you greater difficulty in navigating social boundaries.
You forgot it.
Mm-hmm. You look fancy now, and people don't want to talk to you like they used to.
Saying you forgot about family.
Yeah, you forgot about family. It's all about family. You know.
True.
Vin Diesel over there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oh, I imagine Zephaniah looks like Vin Diesel now. Shit, it looks like Vin Diesel, but he's fucking whited up. I said he's got a big powder wig on, and the fucking like French lipstick. It's like, oh, yeah.
Can I do something here whilst this is happening?
Of course you can.
I am going to pester Kaiser and say, is there any more jobs on the market?
We have an ask about if you see what I can find. Can I see if I can find any jobs for our assassin friend here?
That is going to be.
Kaiser and I have an arrangement, by the way, where like she gets a fee.
Did she get one of those wealth from the fucking last assassination then?
Yeah, she did. She got paid with the manifest.
Okay, That's, you know what? Fair enough. Okay.
That's why I loot the bodies.
So this is going to be an investigation, please.
Right.
Oh,
Successes.
4 successes.
And a
Your
glory.
typical removal jobs, excuse me, have it's almost like they've been removed slightly, like that, like ones that were there before are no longer there. You suspect that the Baron might be cleaning house slightly of anything that would have required him before. However, you do get some talk on the Vox that they're looking for information. Then specifically, they're looking for bodies. They're looking for bodies of 2 dead rogue traders that have appeared. They don't say rogue traders, they say individuals of wealth.
Yeah, I let Glaive know that they're looking for the bodies of the last match.
Could be the last 2, or it could be the one that the servitor was stabbing and then Matthias.
True.
Or it could be the two that requisitioned the frog.
No, maybe.
There is an Inquisition war going on the station.
We think there is. I don't know. But
With the Inquisition calling out inquisitorial traitors, I would think so.
Probably. There's no jobs going, but that's the only thing I got out of that. There's no work.
Shit. We'll have to
Yeah,
make
no.
work.
You're unemployed. Have to find this Catherine person and kill her.
Might have to do face to face.
We
With
should let the
unsavory.
angel do, perhaps. Disgusting.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go see what the Zealots are doing.
Okay. So we slam back. Zio, I imagine you can meet up with everybody else after your attempts. And you can all head to the Catherine Wheel dockyards, where most trade comes through this station.
Can I make out a context thing? Just for the guys, on the rules and basis of the game, we are limited to 7 glory this session. Is the number of people plus 2 or 6?
Is that
If
the
the-
starting
why
or
was
the
it higher?
max?
That's maxed, so don't feel stingy about using the glory when we get to the threshold.
Fair enough.
The fight is on.
So.
Yes.
As always, the Catherine Wheel dockyard during this time of day is a bustle of activity. These carrying machines thud past you, both on track and also on limb, as they are carrying containers to and fro. 2 of the gantryways have extended past the opening into the void, where 2 massive ships are currently docked, loading and unloading containers, similar to the ones that you've seen before. And there is a massive wall, 4 thick, of containers pressed on the opposite direction. Above it all, there is a command gantry which is comprised of walkways, all interconnected to one large, essentially administratum complex in the centre, where scribes are dashing back and forward over these walkways, climbing down ladders, inspecting containers, and then clambering back up again.
Well, my Lord Astartes, I think we should stop there.
That's a good idea. Hold up. Go on. Let's get going.
I'm not sure that...
It's for my own sake. It makes me feel more comfortable, please.
I
Oh,
didn't say anything.
he's agoraphobic.
I cannot emphasize enough. I felt the look. I felt the look. Trust me,
I
I
would-
felt the look.
I would advise crouching as well then, if you want to not stick out.
I do not need sass from you, cultist, please. Why
So-
don't interact with mortals?
So
That's a bit harsh. I don't know if I'm mortal anymore.
I could live for the next 20 minutes or for 200 years. I'm not sure which.
It's going to be one of them.
Okay.
Will the mercury in my bloodstream kill me today? Well, who knows?
Every day I wake up and I check just in case.
Uh-huh.
So, we can head up a series of turbolifts, which will take you into this administratum building. And within you see a shit ton of scribes just dashing back and forwards. You guys are getting visions of fucking what's his name, Processor Dias, but these guys are more pathetic than he is. Short, stinted, emaciated. These individuals are running past with little small desks shackled around their chest, around their neck on chains, and they're just continuously writing on them as they walk past. Like every once in a while, you see one bump into another one. Both of them say "excuse me" and keep going. And in the center of it all, you see a woman who is also obviously a member of the administratum, who is sitting at a large, completely circular desk that just has fucking stacks and stacks of pieces of paper situated on them. She every once in a while consults a data slate, which seems to be embedded in the table, and then continues to write on these pieces of paper. With a large mechanical arm, which seems to like almost be hook-like with a quill on the end of it. And she looks up as you all come in, and goes, "Ah, some visitors. Please, how can I help you?" And as she is talking, this arm is still continuously like dipping into a quill, and then continues to write.
Lady Catherine, we have some business with you.
Oh yes, please. Anything? What can I help with?
Corporal, do you have the manifest?
Yes, I do. I put it on the table.
As you put it on the table, her pen reaches out and like touches it and slides it over to her to inspect, and it continues writing on another piece of paper. Oh, I see. This is the container issue that was delivered from his incorruptible hand. Yes.
Yes.
Why was it swapped for? Is this manifest?
Oh no, the missing container issue. Yes, I've already relayed this to the Baron.
No, Miss Lady Catherine, I don't think you really understand. We aren't ignorant of the situation the Baron is.
I would not describe the Baron as being ignorant of anything, my lord, but please.
Oh no, he is ignorant due to your efforts, very specifically. The second manifest, Corporal? With the other signature? Is that not your signature, Lady Catherine?
It is, yes. That is the check that I do for every single munitions container that transfers through this facility.
Lady Catherine, we know that there were not munitions in that container.
I assure you there were certainly munitions in that container.
I still look to the rest of the mortals and I'm just
sorry, yes, there were.
Am I speaking Low Gothic?
No, I'm speaking Low Gothic.
No, you can make you guys
cheeky bastard.
You guys can make a munitions check. Or sorry, munitions check. You gun. You can make a cunning.
There were munitions in one box. However, it was swapped for the box that went missing. The box that technically never arrived, but she has signed off on.
Oh damn it! I think my synapses have been crossed. Right.
It's okay. There's a lot of information to remember. I have that later.
So, can you make a cunning check, please?
Right.
Against this woman, who is up to something.
Sean wishes. No, it's Chrysler doing it.
Okay.
No.
I'll
roll a cunning check.
Sean desperately wishes he gained information by eating like Space Marines can. Jesus Christ, I'd be a genius.
Let's use
Would
one
you?
of my one of my wrath rerolled those 2 failures.
Okay. Oof,
Both
damn.
fail.
Well, you got 3 successes.
Four?
So you're able to glean a couple of pieces
That's
of
4
information
successes,
here.
you're right.
Ooh, wonderful. So you're able to glean a couple of pieces of information here. Piece of information 1, she believes herself to be telling the truth. And that she fucking saw a container and it was full of munitions and she signed off on that container. The second thing you've gleaned is she doesn't seem to be surprised that you're here.
That's all I get.
She does say like 2 containers. There was only 1 missing container.
Well, exactly. It wasn't even in the manifest, which was most unusual, and yet managed to get signed off on anyway.
No.
Strange,
The container, the missing container, is on the manifest, and she like fucking.
No. That manifest is 13 containers.
We were
14
inside.
Yes, and she like.
Ships.
No, yes, 13 containers, and she like reaches
14
over.
Containers.
No, 13.
14.
It says so on the manifest, and she like points
We
it, and she's
could-
like, "This one is the missing one," and she like points at the 13th.
Lady
I
Catherine,
fucking
we
put
can
my hand
assure
on
you.
last one, I'm gonna fucking shoot.
Lady Catherine, we can assure you, we were inside this quote-unquote missing container. There were no munitions in it. There were ports for servitors as well as cryo containers.
No, she signed the correct documents for the correct container. And
There.
the documents on that load are correct. However, she is engaged in a larger conspiracy to her own negligence that a missing container has gone missing from an Imperial vessel carrying munitions and implements that she did not have knowledge of on Deforestation, which she is culpable.
I am
Because
unaware
of
of.
ignorance.
I am unaware of any container that contains cryogenic implements. This station is not. This station is not set up to accommodate such portions of technology, and therefore that shipment would have been refused. Good sirs, you can see that on this manifest there are 13 containers. We shipped out 12 containers, therefore there is 1 missing container.
Thank you for agreeing me of all my points, except for the ones that you would have sent it back. Would you like to be taken into custody now or later?
I am unaware of anything wrongdoing that I have done. I have signed off every single piece of manifest that is here. There is a single missing container which has been stolen from my dockyard. I imagine
Incorrect.
that is why you have been hired. No?
No. I've been hired so that your ignorance in the fact that you left a container go completely missing and be imported onto your station. A container that has been found to exist and is proven to exist. And your ignorance in letting it slide past you.
She like you can see her scratch her head with her quill and it leaves a little fucking ink spot on her head.
We got this manifest from the missing container. There were no munitions in it. Do you understand the level of shit you are in? A Grox given a year could not produce the same amount of shit that you are in.
She looks at it and she goes, "I'm." But this says that there was munitions inside the container.
There were not munitions.
I don't follow.
Can I ask you, Lady
I
Catherine?
am a member. This is official administratum manifests that they cannot be incorrect.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing this for the authorities. Well, it's okay. It's fine. It's just administratum. We deal with this all the time.
Can I ask Lady
I
Catherine?
feel the Belcher's gland. Oh, the Belcher's gland is getting heavy. Oh.
Where was this container originally meant to be stationed?
Yes. Thank you.
This container was originally meant to be processed through the station, checked by yours truly, and then it was supposed to be transferred out.
Where would it go to be transported out?
It was supposed to go on the what was the fucking name of the ship? Hang on, let me fucking find the notes.
No, which area?
Processing. And
Which,
she like
which docking bay?
processing. Docking bay 6.
You.
It is not there. Therefore, it is not there, and it was also not loaded onto the ship. Therefore, it has gone missing.
Can you please provide the shift script as to who is working on the dates that this container was processed?
I would, but they have all been removed.
What?
Why is that?
They've been removed as pens. They lost the container.
And you did not report this?
I did. I reported it to the Baron. I reported
You gave us the names of these individuals, as my colleague requested.
the individuals that lost the container.
Yes. How
The-
many were there? And give us their names.
We had 18 men on crew that night loading that ship.
Fantastic. Please provide us their names. First off,
Can I... Cassius, can I have the list of the dead, please?
oh fuck!
And you see Cassius come out with a fucking large leather-bound tome. He gingerly places it on the table and he like wipes all the dust off of it that's accumulated over the last 2 days. And you see her just thunk, and just goes, okay, the 15th night of Black March. Here they are. Here's the 18.
Why is your name not amongst them?
Because I'm still alive, and therefore it would be incorrect.
But you lost the container as well.
I didn't lose the container. They loaded the container and therefore lost it.
Are you not in charge of this station?
I'm not in charge of the station. I am in charge of administrative processing.
I mean station figuratively, as in this post.
I am, yes.
Then why is your name not on the list?
Because I'm... The record would be incorrect. Because I'm still alive.
That can be rectified if you do not help find this container.
Then-
And slowly
then
push
who would-
Glave's hand back down
then-
to push the
then
sword
if-
back in its hilt.
She's getting the picture. She goes, as is station policy, these men were summarily executed. They lost the container. Like
Who was a shift?
Hmm?
Who was a shift lead that night? Oh, this time.
Oh, that would be Colwyn. He runs the shifts at night.
Colvin.
And where is he?
He should be. Can I have the shift logs? And you just wait a couple of minutes, and she's just like. Okay.
These are so quick to violence. Glaive
Says.
Glaive says that to Zephaniah.
Jesus.
Like, they're so quick to violence, these two.
I fucking hate the administratum.
There's no better people to try to intimidate. It's like, you can't kill me. It's not on the itinerary for the day.
My name's not in the book. She's like, yes, that can be rectified.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I understand now.
Yeah. Odysseus just like turns for a second, like while like the fucking waiting for this thing to come over. It's like Zephaniah Herod the Fourth. Would you mind? I just like puts a hand on your shoulder, Joe, and just like leans over the actual tome of the dead. Do you recognize any of these names? Zephaniah Herod the Fourth. You notice the grip is a little tight.
Hey, Joe?
Joe, you might be muted. Sorry, King.
Oh, is he gone?
Oh,
No,
sorry,
he's-
yeah, I've been muted all this time. Fuck.
Have you been
Yeah,
talking?
fuck.
Oh, damn,
Have you
man,
been
I'm sorry.
talking? Oh, sorry, bud. Have you been talking? Oh, fuck.
Wait a minute, Fraser. How the hell did you know what I was saying?
Oh, that they're so violent.
Yeah, I said, oh yes, how very gauche.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe, we have not been like ignoring you. Like we literally just haven't heard you. Sorry, King.
I can't believe I've been muted all this time. Yes,
You do recognize several of those names that are on the list of the dead.
Yes, I do.
Dear. And he just pats you on the shoulder. Good to hear. Thank you.
Sister, would these people be brought through your ecclesiastical circle processing?
Not necessarily. Only if they were a proven heretic or criminal.
I meant his last rites.
Oh,
Nathan.
Would the
maybe
Ministorum have the
some of
same?
the sisters may administer.
Who carried out the
But-
punishment?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The summary execution for this this portion of the station, it might just
Very
straight up.
common.
Yes, I straight up might just involve them just getting kicked off of the fucking dock. Just
Yeah.
straight up into void.
Probably the ship's supervisor, so he
Yeah.
can get executed.
Yeah, yeah. That's straight up what happened to them.
Yeah, these guys are gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all very well and good, but what's my great-great-grandfather doing on this list?
Oh no!
It's she brings out the shift times, and you also recognize the name of the shift lead, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Caldwin? Caldwin was the guy that was running the shift?
Coldwind, yes. He is not a very distant relation at all.
Oh, I bet.
Hang on a second. Just finish typing this running shift in.
I feel like I'm in fucking Innsmouth. Fucking everyone's a goddamn worse for a day gone.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's the whole point of Gene Stealers.
There's no normal people left. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's what happens with Gene Stealers. My God, it's raining people.
Is it just like a point where all the gene stealers are like, soon we'll have everyone.
Yeah, it's
You're a
just
gene stealer?
it's like it's
You're a gene stealer?
We're
Have
your
we got
colleagues.
everyone?
We're your neighbours.
It's just
We're
like-
your friends.
it's just
We
like
are the
it's
girl next door.
it's like in secret Hitler where everyone flips their card over.
Everyone's a fascist.
And everyone's a fascist, yeah. Judging, right. Give me a cunning, please. Fucking Zeal.
Zale?
Zephaniah,
Viking.
sorry, Zephaniah.
Right, yeah.
Then
You're not even running the game. That's
I know, right? It's fucking weird, isn't it?
I thought you said you had post-it notes.
Oh,
Nice.
6,
Oh,
I
Jesus
do.
Christ, Joe. Fucking hell.
Joe,
Cunning man.
judging from how your family operates, if Caldwin had to carry out these executions, there's a 70-30% chance that the guys that you know on that fucking list aren't dead.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, it's very likely that they're...
Somebody,
Walking amongst us.
yeah, somebody else could have just got pushed out that airlock. Who fucking knows, you know?
Oh.
Haha. This is Joe speaking, but haha, wouldn't it be funny if someone was killed and replaced?
So-
Wouldn't that be funny?
Shift B didn't come in today.
but
I tell
lady,
you, did Crocus always, did Crocus always have black eyes and black eyebrows?
I think it's a new style he's going for.
Honestly, any chance to reinvent himself?
Um,
Oh well, get loading, you prick.
yeah, basically. So Lady Catherine can happily give you the hab block and quarters that this individual lives in. Because he's scheduled to be off shift for maintenance for the next few days, so
Well, they get holidays.
eventually the muscles grow weary and we must have them wait until they can repair themselves.
That doesn't sound like they administer at them at all.
I've never heard of this either.
They only
Sounds
get
like heresy. Breaks longer than 4 hours. That's heresy.
she shrugs.
She's one of them.
No wonder this station's going to hell in the handbasket.
No wonder the stage is going to hell in a
No!
handbasket. You have
You're
unions.
You're absolutely right. There's no work ethic in this fucking place anymore. It's disgraceful.
She shrugs. She's like, that's what it says in the charter.
The documents back, just to make sure she doesn't keep them.
Mm.
Which documents you taking back? You're not taking the Book of the Dead. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, the ones that give her the the doc
Manifest.
records for the missing one and the swap.
Lady Catherine, would you like to add anything further so you do not implicate yourself in the disappearance of the container?
I believe I have proven myself to be sufficiently useful to both yourselves and the Baron that I'm capable of remaining functioning. And she does this.
Honest. Yeah.
Look,
We'll be in touch.
Well, one of us might.
I basically stand and chastise her and say, like, when people forget their duty, they're no longer human, becoming something less. They have no place or in the bosom of humanity, nor in the heart of the Emperor. Let them die and be quickly forgotten.
Yeah, you're getting your wrath point for that, buddy. You're getting your wrath point for that.
Just basically telling her, if you do not keep the fucking standards up, you have no place in the Imperium.
She is leaving her sufficiently chastised. Like, she does seem to be cowed after like this interrogation. You guys can swiftly leave to go and talk to the individual known as Caldwin.
Mm-hmm.
So this Goldman, we're going to break his kneecaps, yes?
if he doesn't actually give us what we want in the first 30 seconds, yes.
I could always use more trinkets for the Holy Lady.
Yes, you could.
It depends how generous we're feeling at the time.
As soon as I just dealt with the administratum.
Not very.
We'll see what he has to say. We'll keep it cordial and genial, and worst case scenario, we can start removing fingernails.
You best do the talking then, Zeph.
I would suggest Zephaniah and his sister. They seem to have the biggest temperament out of all of us.
Oh, you flatter me, darling. Okay, let's find this Colden fellow.
Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna take up a sniper position just in case.
Okay.
As the sister used to say, interrogation is a game of patience.
Yep.
I was always not good at it, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Nathan,
Do I
this
get my
part
wrath point for that?
Yes, you do. So this the sniping area that you're attempting to get for this place, right?
I imagine it's like an apartment block is where like
It is.
she gave us the address.
It is an apartment block, but the door that you're attempting to form a sniper squad around, I do not think you would be able to. This is not just any apartment block. This is essentially a fucking Soviet bloc apartment block. Like the corridors of this apartment block.
Yeah.
The doors do not open outwards, because if they did, they would hit the wall opposite.
Yeah.
Like these are incredibly tight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay.
He's a space marine. He can just wreck the room.
he leaves big grooves in the fucking walls as he goes past.
Okay, you know what? If it's that tight, you know, just fucking like fucking over the shoulder by fucking sniper rifle, and I'll just keep my hand on my fucking knife just in case.
We need someone strong that won't get tired to hold the man over the bit of light.
And that's why I'm here.
Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Okay.
So just be clear, it's Zephaniah and Evangeline. Yeah.
You're all going to say Cecily.
I wasn't. I was gonna say the sister. I was
So-
just trying to remember.
so
the name.
Oh,
who's-
you're sad.
So who is like going to be making first contact here?
Oh,
Zephaniah.
Thank you for putting me forward.
So
Unless you.
No, to be fair, yes. I was.
We can do it if you want to. I just feel like he might run away.
That being said, the
Yes.
last time the sister approached someone, they blew up a ship.
That they did. Family business as well. Tragic thing. So,
Fucking stare.
And Joe, as a member of this family, you know that is common practice. So that is something that you may want to look out for on this encounter that you're about to experience right fucking now.
I'm gonna make an awareness test to make sure there aren't any precarious crates.
Okay. Make me an awareness test.
Any small beeping devices?
Ooh. Okay. So you don't get anything yet. It's just a plain hallway. But these guys are like distant relations to you, so you've never actually been in this block specifically before. So you don't know what the fuck they've done to this place. You have a big family.
That I do. Unofficially speaking.
Yes. And what do you do to the door?
I simply knock 3 times in the upper part and twice on the lower part.
You hear the movement of someone inside, and you hear the sound of the pin being, or the hook being taken off the grenade, and the door being opened slightly. He looks, and he sees you, and his eyes fucking narrow.
Good to see you too, cousin.
What the fuck do you want?
Invite me in, I'll tell you.
Give me a cunning, please.
Joe is Littlefinger, isn't he?
He really fucking is.
I'm here to fuck some ginger minge.
Would you like to roll? Would you like to spend a wrath to re-roll that?
I will.
Please roll me 5d6 then, please. Remember, if you go to the upper left hand of your screen, you will see a dice icon. Hover over it, and you will see a drop-down menu that you can roll a bunch of shit on. Yeah.
Never gets that.
Baba Booey.
Upper right? What?
Upper left. So if you see on the upper left, you see a control panel.
Oh, that's much better.
So if there's a dice icon, there's a D20 icon, right?
Damn it, Paul.
Yeah.
If you hover over that, a little table appears with like different sized dices.
Fucking hell.
What's he posting? Oh god.
Oh, that's not good. I'm like 3 stone heavier. Fuck you.
By my God, Nathan.
The phrenology of his head has drastically changed since then.
It's not
I did
heavy.
nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Thank you.
Okay. God almighty. That's in the recording now, by the way. That's fucking there. That's not. That's
Good.
It's uploaded to YouTube forever.
Zephaniah face reveal. Yes.
Okay. He opens.
Fuck you.
What are you messaging to him? I can't fucking see.
Don't worry about it.
Oh God. And he.
Oh, that's good.
And he
Old
opens.
Corner memes.
He opens the door to allow you entry.
Now you step in.
He begins to shut the door behind you, and you see that Caldwin himself has done substantial modifications to this apartment. There are rudimentary hallways and doors that have been like essentially tunnels that have been chipped through the wall to the apartment to the left and the right and above and below. And you realise this place is a fucking warren.
I see you being busy.
You alright there, Sean?
Oh, I know what he's seen.
Oh God.
He's taken a glimpse of the divine.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Oh no. So yeah. So he that's what you say you've been busy, and he goes.
It's good that you think this way. You never know.
Yeah. You never know when someone's going to turn traitor and start turning against you.
Well, when you change the name and paint a different colour, well, you gotta make sure who has the fucking engine, don't you?
And he narrows his eyes and he just goes, "What have you heard?"
Not heard, seen. Everything from the crate to the various menials have been reshuffled like so many pebble tricks. What have you been up to? I thought I was the only one.
Please give me I would say probably a cunning again. Yeah, cunning.
More cunning. Okay.
Or maybe even an insight, actually. Give me an insight as well.
Insight as well.
Okay, with that insight, Barbas just told us to go and get some new munitions from the shipyard. Me and a couple of the cousins, we decided to lift it and we pulled it down into the depths. Faked a couple of deaths the next day, no problem. But Barbas has gone down there since. He never came back, so we sent a couple more people down and ain't got no guns in that thing. But a couple of cousins have been doing some talk, and think we might have a purpose again.
So I've heard.
Can you drop that? That
You're right.
it makes you sound like one of them.
To be fair, I became one of them.
You just like you see him actually fucking shiver.
The things we do to walk the cosmic path, eh, brother?
Ain't that right?
Anyway, yeah. Given what we also saw, given the outfit I'm part of right now, yeah. There are no guns. There's no bullets either way, and it seems that the rumors are more likely true that something is happening. We'll say that much.
Oh my god, we've got to get the word out.
Oh yeah, who too? Who's left? Who's left to be, worth talking to? You've seen them. A lot of cousins. They're sub 5 foot. They're frail. They could never get a job, up topside, could they?
Yeah, but with the new grandfather to motivate them and new people coming in, it'll be better, won't it? It'll be like it used to be. Remember my dad? He was a good fella. He actually got him that job in the administratum back then. He was that smart. I'll be like that again. I'll be like that again.
Amazing what people can do when there is A, no paper trail, and B, a paper trail that you yourself create.
He starts nodding.
Good times. Look, I take no pleasure in what I'm doing here. I'm taking no pleasure in what I've had to do after our granddad died, right? I mean, hell, I've seen his fucking skull.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I'll give you 3 guesses on who fucking has it.
We're gonna burn that command structure to the ground, you know that? Gonna
right.
fucking burn it.
Okay. Well, I'm done. I know what I was told to do when I got into this fucking get-up. I mean, hell, they've been straight performers that look a lot less garish than what this fucking
That's fucking too right.
That's exactly the point, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
if we're to get the word out, who the hell again is worth talking to? Who's still around to actually organise?
well, I heard that Barbara's got you can always talk to the twins. They're still cutting about. I think they're sitting down in the old oxygen refinery. You've also got Kev the Leg. He's still got a lot of guys that are. You alright there, Sean? See you moving.
He's counting.
Just remembering these names, the twins and Kev the Leg. Sorry,
Kev the Leg. He's he wasn't too happy with the shop going up, but since then he's still cutting about as well. He's got a good following behind him. We don't know where it is right now, but we don't know where Grandfather is, but I'm sure he's going to make contact soon, and we're keeping an eye out too, you know, just in case.
Anything to keep the mantle going. Right.
We feel him sometimes in the back. Do you feel him? Like he's looking for us.
I certainly feel the inheritor. The grandfather had a hell of an exoskeleton to fill, right?
Damn right. We'll see.
Yeah. Look, I know for all intents and purposes that I'm not exactly welcome amongst the cousins, but I take no pleasure in the role I was given, right? So, if you can at least get some of the young'uns, some of the eyes, some of the whippers, you know, just to ease off. We're all family, right? If I had hair on the back of my neck, I'd probably feel it pricking up, right? Like so much for us.
Yeah, they're not happy. Not happy, mate.
Hey, nor should they be. But we have a job to do. You and I, we see the way the tide's going. Right? We see the way the wind's blowing. If I could be able to at least reconvene under the pretense of serving these fuckers, then surely at least, you know, you can make sure that I'm not always got a target on my back. At least a little bit.
I'll see what I can do, mate. I'll see what I can do.
I extend a hand. Don't worry, I only have two. So yeah, I appreciate it.
He extends his hand too and shakes. You can still tell he doesn't exactly trust you, but he is willing to put out some feelers.
Also, I'd keep the replacements to a minimum. People are starting to twig on.
Fucking twig on all they like. He nods.
Wink. Granddad's a word. No, walk out.
Okay. Nicely done. So, leave. What the rest of you guys want to do after this has transpired?
no, just chill, wait for Zeph to come out. Yeah, pretty
Wonderful.
much. Just want to make sure there's no fucking sounds of conflict in there. If there's not, just
Is the coast clear? Is the coast clear for?
yeah. We don't spot anyone coming in and out, Nathan. No one.
Give me an awareness.
sneaking in.
I'm gonna do one as well.
Awareness. Yeah. Oh wow.
Ooh, oh, yeah.
So I got 6 for me, Nathan.
You can
Nathan,
tell
I'm going to shift one of my exalted for more information.
for more information. Okay.
Yeah, because that's up to 7 wrath.
So that's 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 successes.
So that's 2 exalted.
Okay. So you get 3 successes then. Odysseus gets 4. Both of you are able to see that your presence isn't unnoticed. Like every once in a while you see a broken down door as you're wandering out of this facility again, out of this hab block. And you can see that every once in a while there is an older woman or a mother and kids or something like that. And you can see that they are noting your presence specifically. Every one of them looks very innocent. Every one of them looks like they should be there, but every one of them is like they are noting your presence.
We're in family territory. Go stay with us.
Just don't make eye contact. Keep walking.
And with your
I'll tell you all about this when we get out.
And with your additional knowledge, Glaive, you glean the fact that these guys are like starving. Like this family is on incredibly hard times. Most of them look incredibly weak, too weak to hold down an actual position within like standard imperial society. These people will not be able to haul anything or weld or provide, and therefore they are on the scrap heap. The fact that they are still living here must be some kind of fucking error.
Sister,
Yes.
is there any charities extended out to the people?
The answer to that question will be no. Charity? The God Emperor provides all you fucking need.
That.
I'm pointing this out to Chrysler.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at the feeble people above their stations.
Yeah. It's certainly strange. Just surprising. The gang's probably in here. Keep administratum off their back. It's pretty common. You know?
Fair enough.
Couple of throwing guilt here, heavy metals there. There's these lower end administrative mistakes happen all the time. That's why I'm here. Some of them are mistakes, and some of them are planned mistakes.
So, Zephyr, what did you find out?
Yeah, this is worse than I thought. So, we are having people actively killed and replaced by the group which we encountered down in the lower depths. It needs to be pulled out root and stem. Now, I've been given leads, I've been given names, I've been told where to find them, who they are, and their intentions, but they seem to be under the impression that something big is going to happen, and it involves these gene stealers. They're going to mobilize. They feel galvanized to take action. I don't want that.
You found all this out from Caldwell?
He seems to be under the impression, given our history, that he can trust me at least a little bit, as much as one can when you're dressed like this, walking through these disgusting, horrible tenements.
Why did we leave him there then if he knows all this?
Clearly, he is.
Trust me, if we were to take him, those dulcet eyes and those emaciated frames that you saw on the way here would do their damnedest to tear us to shreds, and I would rather not have another Sump Street. Bestie is under the impression, okay, that we are not a threat. Or you'll be literally wading through bodies.
I wouldn't be the first.
Do you think several Oggerings could take this place?
Oh, absolutely.
Just call Barry and he brings a Bertha.
100%.
Well, let's put it this way: we might not have enough ammo by ourselves, so let's just leave well enough alone at this moment. I don't have enough.
Fact of the matter is, we kill the Xenos,
Hmm.
we dampen this recidivist mindset.
Right.
Where is the next target?
Below.
What? I don't know whatever.
You seem puzzled.
I'm just wondering how he knows about Xenos without being part of their.
Misery is a river, and one does what they can to survive. I mean, hell, I've seen people literally gnaw through their own legs with blunted teeth.
Think of it this way, Corporal. You heard many things on your Vox, yes?
Hmm.
This man hears many things from just putting his ear to the wall.
If you're sure.
I'll be back for him later.
I would feel that Boris and Sasha, Pietro and Tanya, and who else?
Boris.
Boris?
Yeah, Boris has Sasha. Pietro has his fucking giant autocannon. And then you said there was a third one, but
Oh.
Oleg
either
anesthesia.
that or the Ecclesiarchy come through here.
Either of the works, really. I mean, the arguments that they do it gang war style, and you know how they administer that. But the Ecclesiarch would have a far easier time getting away with it. Because nobody would ask any questions.
Let's not waste any time. Zeph, you know where to find these men? Yes?
I do, yes. Got the twins over in the oxygen plant, the refinery rather, and Kev the Leg, who should be, well, after that good old explosion at the taco shop, he'll be loafing about somewhere.
Wait, who's
Let's
in the
talk
taco
to.
shop?
He's an associate at least. Talk to beggars, talk to scabbers, talk to whatever you may be. You talk to scum, Kev will follow.
Fair enough.
So, with that plan in mind, I think I would leave you with one more thing before we end for the evening. Kreisa, you feel a vibration in your pocket. The Voxcaster. Matthias's Voxcaster. It's a comms relay is being broadcast to it.
Can I quickly hook it up to my Vox pack so I can record what's been passed through it, or record the frequency, so I can backtrace it later?
You can attempt to.
I would like to attempt.
That would be a tech use, please.
Very well.
Oh.
Yeah, I suddenly stopped, threw my backpack down the guard, just began like fucking.
All in favor
What
of
the devil?
using all the glory?
Yeah, may as well. All
I-
7.
Every
I-
single fucking
I'll
glory.
add glory to that. Sure.
All of it. Fuck, go for it.
I have an extra dice. I don't think you can use it all at once, can you?
Yes, you can.
I don't know. I don't think you can't.
I
No,
don't think it
yeah,
says that you
you
can't.
So I add
You can.
7 dice.
Shit, man. It's just me boo.
Yeah, go for it.
It's just me boo.
7
7.
successes.
7 success. You not only are you able to detect this signal, lock onto it, or I'd save it for later. Sorry. You also are able to detect that the individual that is using this is using some kind of frequency modulator to disguise their voice.
Okay. I answer.
And halfway through the conversation, you could break through that. That'll be fucking fine.
I just set it up, and then like I answered. So it's running in the background, and I'll get the results after.
Yeah. Good evening. To whom am I speaking to?
Speaking to Kreisa.
It is very nice to meet you, Kryza. I noticed that you do not seem to be in the company of Matthias anymore, and yet you're using his Voxcaster. Can I ask why that is?
Matthias has lost his life.
Do you care to elaborate on that?
Well, I'm a bit of a public space right now, but Surah the Quran. Nobody really cares what I'm saying in this place.
No.
Well,
Like you're walking through pretty abandoned areas.
we believe in our investigations it has been done to a gene stealer. A gene stealer. We believe they are infesting the state. We did not engage the gene stealer directly, however, we managed to lay eyes on it, and it did battle with its followers.
And capture one of them.
Indeed. I believe it was taken to the Ecclesiarch when it was executed, tortured. I'm not sure.
I'll be in touch. And she hangs up.
Okay.
Welcome to the Inquisition, my friend.
Oh, fuck no. Like, throw it away.
The fuck? You didn't even give a name. The fuck is the fucker? Oh,
Of course they didn't give a name. You even modulated the voice so it didn't sound like her.
ah, God, I hate Inquisition.
Oh, give me a second and I plug in my data slate to my Vox pack. See what information I got, trying to trace the signal.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a. I'm gonna essentially make a. What's the word I'm thinking of? I'm making a contested tech check.
That's fair. You have to get 7 or more. No, you have to 8. Yeah.
I'm gonna use so much fucking ruin here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh!
If this is contested, then I'm going to use Wrath to reroll.
Understandable, totally fine.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
And then so Wrath.
9. Oh no, you don't get one success.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra icons.
You can tell that she was attempting to fucking prevent a retrace of the signal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can essentially, what's the word I'm thinking of? Essentially, you just go fucking nah. That I've got like your hardware is too good, your expertise is far too good, and she is obviously working from something that she's inexperienced with and something that and reduced equipment, probably something similar to this Voxcaster that you have in your hand, or this like data slate kind of thing, and you can essentially find or source the fact that she is somewhere in the what's the word I'm thinking of? She is somewhere on the Promenade district, like somewhere on the central structure. And
Nathan, quick question: what did you roll?
yes, what did I roll? I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's with a reroll. So, and that's also with a lot of 6s.
Oh, do you want a shift?
Oh, he won!
Yeah,
I know,
but
but
do you
you
want
want,
to
like,
shift?
For more?
I'll shift for more information.
For more information, you can actually shift to gain 2 things of pieces of information. She was specifically speaking from the what's the word I'm thinking of? She was no fuck. It was coming from within the vicinity of the Saint Varda's Ecclesiastical.
Mm-hmm.
And her accent was Scottish.
I share both these facts.
What kind of accent is that?
Yeah, regionally wise, Nathan. What would Scottish be?
Ultramar.
Somewhere. Yeah. To be fair, somewhere in the Ultramar sector.
Scotland and 40k. Oh, what's it called?
They're speaking squat.
Space move?
Oh, fucking.
No, so
Alright.
so her actual accent, which I
Yeah,
couldn't.
she's from Sacras.
No, she's not from Sacras. I couldn't get the accent down there, but she sounds almost like fucking Brave, the one from Brave, like it's just me boo. Like she tries her best to do stuff.
Cat, do your thing.
Mom, I don't want to get married.
And
There it
basically like that. She doesn't want to get married.
Perfect.
You know.
There it is.
I saved that intro to my data slate.
Alright.
Well, there we are. The bears, she's the ecclesiarch.
Well, my
Probably
friends.
has interrogated a prisoner as well.
Well, my friends, it sounds like we're going to church.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
You can see.
And
there's, like,
and
we're
fucking
not
music.
gonna kill the
Take.
guys we said we're going to kill. No, Angel said we don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not argue with the space marine.
End credit music. Take Me to Church by Hosier. That'll fucking do it. Happy enough.